if I do?
Pork. 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 Everybody wants it. Pork. 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 Everybody wants pork. 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 Come on with the pork. 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 Yo.
Viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition. Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. And until they release the flight logs, you, the mainstream media, Hollywood, they're all pedophiles to me. Eat dick. MICancelYet.com.
It's a whole new world we live in, folks.
Hi, good night, everybody.
Live from New York, this is Insomniac.
Where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but it's where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but
Trailer pork. Pork, pork, pork. Yeah, we got pork.
where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but it's
We got the Trailer Park Boys. Come on, we got the Trailer Park Boys all up in the house. Trailer Park Boys, yo. We got the Trailer Park Boys, yo. The Trailer Park Boys, yo. We got the
Hi, good night, everybody.
Trailer Pork, pork. Pork, pork, pork. Pork. Pork, pork, pork.
where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but it's
Oh my God, fuck you, Ken.
Trailer Pork. We got the Trailer Pork Boys in the house. Trailer Pork all night mouth. Yo, bring out the pork. See what's about. Put the pork all up in your mouth. Pork, 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 pork.
where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but it's
You every time you open your mouth, Ken.
Pork, 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 pork. We got pork. Pork, pork, pork. Pork. We got pork. Pork, pork, pork. Tommy got pork. Yeah, he's got pork. All up in the guts like pork. All up in the sluts like pork. Let me get a cat like pork. Oh yeah. Welcome to episode 245 on a Saturday night.
It's been a while since I've been on a Saturday night. What is up, everybody, on this late Saturday night, coming to you live from New York. This is episode 145 of Insomniac. Me and the great Tomahawk, his new nickname, Mr. Tomahawk.
I don't know what's his nickname. Just
Tommy the Tomahawk. Tomahawk.
I do not vote for that being my
Shut the
nickname.
fuck up, you do what I tell you.
Ah, fuck you,
Shut
Ken.
the fuck up, you do what I tell.
You shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
man.
up, you do what I
fucking
tell.
bitch.
You do what I fucking tell.
You fucking found Google,
Shut the fuck up, you do what I tell.
You shut the fuck
Shut
up.
the
Don't
fuck up,
fucking
you
tell
do
me
what
what
I
to do.
tell. Shut the fuck.
you,
Shut your fuck.
cocksucker.
Fuck you cocksucker. Go fuck
Fuck you,
yourself.
motherfucker.
Shut
You
the
want
fuck
me
up,
to
you
name
do
the
what I
fucking
fucking tell.
motherfucker?
Fuck you, you computerless cunt.
Oh yeah, fucking rub that in my face, dickhead. You know, fuck you, man. I didn't have to come on your show tonight.
so fucking good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tommy, it's been a while since I've been on a Saturday night. I felt froggy tonight, ribbit, so I jumped. You know what I mean?
Your camera's off, by the way.
You ever feel froggy, Tommy?
Oh yeah, I feel froggy plenty of times.
Well, what I got to say to you is...
Somebody just dropped a $50. Oh my god! It's the motherfucking Birdman.
Holy shit, the Birdman!
Ken, welcome back, brother. Let's get lit, guys.
Holy
Tommy, how's
shit.
life, you sick, nasty fook?
You sick, nasty fook, Tommy. He said, how is life, you sick, nasty motherfucker, Tommy. I'm going to set this up so Tommy can see the screen. And holy shit, Bird. Shout out to the one and only, the Birdman, in the tree, just staring down at all of us. Dropping a $50 BOMO at the beginning of the show. Holy shizer. So tonight I got a couple of things on the docket. Tonight I want to talk about this Trump shit, obviously, which is crazy. They're saying, oh, should we handcuff him? Or should we not? Maybe we should handcuff him. You're going to handcuff Donald Trump, the ex-president of the United States, soon to be the 47th president of the United States. You're going to go handcuff him? Really? For something that is statute of limitations is up, whatever the fuck it's called is up anyway. There's a lot to talk about with that. So we're going to talk about a little bit with that, a little bit with the Aaron Rodgers deal coming to the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers is New York bound. They said it's already a done deal. The New York Mets just keep getting injured during the preseason. Looks like they went from odds-on World Series to odds-on last place. So then I guess we got a couple other things tonight too. Biden lying his ass off about the whole fucking thing with the family making money and 10% to the big guy, all that shit. We got sports. We got a lot of shit on tonight. But what's
How
up?
about the arrest warrant towards Putin? Apparently, there's a warrant out for his arrest for his war crime.
For Putin?
Yeah, it just went out that there is a warrant for his media arrest for his
He
war
is a
crime.
lying, two-faced, hypocritical sack of shit.
I didn't hear about that, but okay. So Biden's lying his ass off. We got, Trump and Putin getting arrested. We got Aaron Rodgers playing games with the Jets now like he did with the Packers. He can't make up his fucking mind. This guy sat in a black, dark box, in a blackout box for fucking 3 days where there was no light, no nothing for 3 days. And he said, one day I spent with the reality that I retired from sports and I lived it out. And then one day I spent with the reality that I signed with the Jets and played again. And, after all that, I really felt like I was coming back when I came out of the darkness. And I'm like, first of all, I started watching this podcast with him and that dude, what's his fucking face that used to be on WWE? Pat, right? So I'm watching that podcast, and I missed the first part of it, and I hear this guy going, when I came out of the darkness, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is he saying he came out of the darkness? So I had to rewind it and to find out what the fuck he was talking about, Aaron Rodgers. And I come to find out that this guy spent fucking 3 days in a dark room, okay, like a fucking weirdo, pondering his future, like a fucking weirdo. And then Pat McCaffrey has him on and just totally strokes his cock, doesn't really ask him any hard-hitting questions, snowballs the entire conversation with him because he's an ex-player. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure. I feel so happy coming here and being a part of your show. Tonight is not a decision that we're going to make. Tonight is me just beating around the bush like I did with the fucking Green Bay Packers for 12 years. Beating around the bush at the end of every fucking season, whether you're going to retire or come back. And now he's doing it to the Jets. Well, if you go out and get these core guys, maybe I'll come back. Maybe I won't. So the Jets go out and they get this wish list from this asshole on players that he would want to see playing with the Jets if he came and quarterbacked the New York Jets. So he gives them a list, and the list is like 5 guys on there. One of them is Odell Beckham Jr., who's got no knees left. The guy's walking around on fucking bolts and nuts, okay? And that's one of the guys they got on there who wants $20 million a fucking year. And I guess maybe Aaron Rodgers doesn't realize that the Jets don't spend fucking money like that, but yet he gives them a wish list. So now that's what we're waiting on. This asshole to be like, I feel you have gotten a sufficient amount of guys off that wish list, and I will now play for you. You know, like, dude, Aaron Rodgers is just another one of these spoiled fucking modern day athletes, okay? I don't want him to play for the Jets, okay? Because he's going to do the same fucking thing that Brett Favre did when Brett Favre came to New York. He shit the fucking bed and he left after one season. And he played better for Minnesota because he's a scumbag. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go play for Minnesota because they're the Green Bay Packers' arch rivals. And I don't like what the Green Bay Packers did to me when I left. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. He sat there talking about how, oh, I love the Packers. I love their fans. I love this. I love that. I put my cock inside the logo and I fuck it once a month. And I love it, and I love it. And it's like, dude, of course you're saying all the right things, but why don't you be honest? Because you're sitting there saying, he's like, oh, you know, Green Bay never came to me and told me whether they want me to play or not. They told other people, and he kept hinting towards that, like, they won't say it to me. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You got paid gazillion dollars to fucking be a professional athlete. Shut the fuck up. Let people know whether you're going to play or not. Stop beating around the bush, and just fucking let's do it. So that's how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. He could suck a dick. I really could give 2 shits about that being a Jet fan. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to come here, shit the bed like fucking Brett Favre did, and then he'll leave and go to Minnesota and probably do better for them. So, anyway. Tommy, you agree with all that, right? Because Tommy's heavily into football this year, folks. He's got his own fantasy team. Tommy, but anyway, if you see tomorrow, or Tuesday it's supposed to be, I guess, that Trump is getting arrested, I think it'll be a pretty fucked up day. And honestly, people should definitely protest. And like, I'm like, I want to protest, but where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go protest? Go down to Washington, and then I get arrested and spend 4 years in jail for protesting? Where do I go? Sign me up. I want to go to jail for the rest of my life. Sign me up. Let cops open up doors for me and then arrest me for breaking and entering. Sign me up.
Ridiculous. Like, there's no... It's just ridiculous.
So this world is getting... Dude, this world is upside down, bro. It's upside down. Did you see this fucking guy who's a transvestifuck, who the president gave an award to for being Woman of the Year or some shit? It's sickening, bro. Then this other transvestiflart, fuck, whatever his name is, he's like, oh shit, why isn't that ringing, first of all?
$5 homo. It's the mother $5 boat.
Casey has raw tipped $5. Hey Ken, it's my birthday today. Can we get Tommy sing me happy birthday?
Casey is the roar.
Casey, how you doing? Casey predicted my mom's... No, I'm just kidding. But Casey, how you been, bro? Yeah, Tommy, he wants you to sing happy birthday to him because it's his birthday.
What's his name?
It's Casey is Raw, bro. You don't remember who that is, bro? Maybe you thought he was dead? Maybe you literally saw a photo of him and Tommy goes, yeah, that guy died, right? Rest in peace to that poor guy. And I started losing my shit. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only Dave Rose.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Dave Rose. What's up, brother?
I'm decompressing. But I wanted to get in on the Trump talk.
Yeah, dude. They're questioning whether they should be putting handcuffs on him. What? The statutes of limitations are up already on this fucking thing. They changed it from a misdemeanor into like a bigger charge, felony. Which is...
Yeah, they changed it into a felony.
Yeah, and you know what? Trump's got a million fucking lawyers, top-notch lawyers. You know he's going to fucking get out of it. Like, what are these people thinking? That they're actually going to, like, just do this? Like...
After, I think it was 6 years of investigation and millions of taxpayer dollars wasted, all they found basically was... Grab him by the pussy and him paying off Stormy Daniels. That's it.
That's it. And
I mean, it's not even illegal.
If they found other shit, don't you think they would have flew to his fucking house and arrested him already? Of course.
If he
it amazes me how much double standards there are in politics. A Democrat could do this, but a Republican can do this.
Well, it's funny you said that, Tommy, because you know what Hunter Biden did recently?
What'd he do?
He turned around and is suing the guy that he dropped his laptop off to get fixed, and then denied even having that laptop, and still even suing this guy is basically denying having that laptop, because the way that the suit is filed, it's like filed without him taking responsibility for the laptop. So this guy is suing the guy without really taking, taking what's that called again? Responsibility for that laptop, which is crazy. How can you? Yeah, exactly. How can you sue a guy and then deny it's even your laptop still?
But the Democrats have really done very illegal things. Have a spy as their chauffeur, be connected to China or Ukraine, take money and then launder it, and there's no prosecution there. Meanwhile, people will get arrested for protesting drag queen story hour.
Yeah, this father got arrested for protesting in his kid's school that they were doing a drag queen fucking thing over there. They were doing some drag queen thing. And the father protested. He didn't even get crazy. He wasn't even and there's a video of it. And the guy doesn't even get crazy. He doesn't get rude, or he just is just protesting it. It's like, you're not allowed to protest, but you group are. This groups are allowed to protest, and we're going to bail these people out if they do get arrested for setting fire to fucking whatever they want. But these group of people, they're going to serve years in jail. They're going to get fucking prosecuted to the fullest extent, or maybe even over the law, because that's what they're doing in a lot.
Double standards.
Yeah.
It's all about double standards and how we treat
dude,
who is affiliated.
Dude, can you believe this? Listen to this. They told people, and they're still saying this, that cops were killed on January 6th.
They weren't.
Yeah, they're still saying this. They're still saying it's a
actually, hold on. Several of the cops that were there that day died, but
from suicide.
After,
yeah, from suicide.
Supposedly suicide. But they've died after that day.
Yes, and the one guy that they said got killed and they kept talking about, he was shown on video with all this new video that came out that Tucker Carlson released. He's on this video walking around and doing things after they said he was already killed. So these people have none of their shit together, man. They're all just liars like Biden. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, a couple of the people that actually did go there died because, there's video of this one woman getting beat down by cops, and she died there.
Yeah, plus that woman that got shot for absolutely no fucking reason.
And I believe there may have been a man who died there as well. So people who actually went there certainly weren't protesters because they kept it between the velvet lines. They were orderly and they were being let in by the cops. They're the ones who got killed. No politicians, no police, nothing like that. But I think it's really important to say that, and tell me if a donation goes in. I don't know if you guys want to have a donation. This is, honestly, guys, this is a scary time in America's history.
It is, bro.
Because of the fact, and people have to look at history. People just think, oh, Trump, he's just a bastard. He's so bombastic. He needs to be humiliated and arrested and stuff. But this is exactly what was seen in the 1940s and 50s of fucking Russia. Political opponents were arrested. Normally, public organizations were politicized. So right now, the FBI, they're just an arm of the Democrat Party. They arrest whoever they are told to arrest, and they keep. Again, where's that list on Epstein's island?
Well, listen to this. Listen.
Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. I fight Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. And until they release the flight logs, you, the mainstream media, Hollywood, They're all pedophiles to me. Eat dick.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's
AmICanceledYet.com.
go to micanceledYet.com and you'll see exactly who it is. It's a dude from the UFC, and after he beat the shit out of somebody.
Is it that black guy?
Yeah, he got on the mic and he fucking.
I saw him when he was in the ring, basically
Yeah.
speaking, and he just like straight up's like, "Where's that list?" Come,
Yep.
you know, people all
Oh, we got the Dave Rose butt.
What?
We got the butt.
That was so good that you actually caught that.
You like that, right? I catch all, bro. I even caught this. You ready?
Where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but it's where it's kind of like
still-
Trailer
that's-
Park Boys,
Tommy.
Trailer Park Boys, but
Come on, I just want to take a jackhammer and hit Cam as hard as I can because
Come on.
Trailer pork.
That's actually-
Dude, these guys live in pork trailers. The trailers are full of pork, and they're trailer pork boys.
I think it's genius, Tommy, because supposedly the guy's a cartoon with them, but instead of humans, they're played by pigs. So the Trailer Pork Boys.
The trailer
Come on,
pork.
it's
But
perfect.
we're the trailer pork boys.
Also, Tommy is
you
correct.
always are trying to look for something to make fun of me on.
where
Tommy,
it's kinda like Trailer
relax.
I hate being
Good.
a
Good night,
punching
everybody.
bag. I hate being.
I
Tommy.
just told you it was a good idea.
Tommy,
You're
good
not
night,
even
everybody.
listening at
Hi.
this
Good
point.
night, everybody.
Tommy, listen to me. You're celebrated, all right? Just deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Celebrate.
All right.
Look, I said funny things that were stupid, and I laugh at them. Now, I want to say one thing quick.
Tommy, come
was
on.
correct. Tommy was correct about Putin. The International Criminal Court, which is garbage, issued a warrant
I
for
love
his
it when
arrest.
I'm right. I love it when I'm right.
You know what? Fuck off,
But that's,
bro.
I'm just trying to build you up because
But-
we're going to bring you down tonight. So.
But I'll tell you this. That's pretty funny that both of these guys have warrants out for their arrest at the same time, I guess.
And the timing is very. This was
Yeah.
2 days ago. 2 days ago, where the arrest warrant was issued. That's basically around the same time they said the thing about Trump.
That's funny shit, man.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Someone needs to go in there like Putin. Someone needs to go in there like John Rambo and just put a fucking.
This ain't over till it's over. It's never over until it's over.
You don't just turn
I
it
don't
off.
do this to you. You don't just turn it off. It's not, you just don't turn it off. You know what I mean? It's not over till it's over.
Well, listen, I doubt the both of these guys will be arrested. What do you think? What are the odds are both of them being arrested, one of them being arrested? What do you think? You think
Go first.
I don't see Trump getting arrested. Because he really didn't do anything.
who's got a better chance of getting arrested, Trump or Putin?
No, I would actually. Oh, sorry, you were talking to Tommy. Okay, Tom. I thought you were
I
going
could
to
see Putin getting arrested or getting killed somehow.
Whoa. What are you, Democrat? Come on. Dave, what about you?
Okay, I think there's a lot of political theater I play right now. This is not smoke and mirrors, but there's stuff in the background as well. This is somewhat of a distraction, but it's also sending messages to political opponents and stuff. Is that we're basically going to break with the law, like they always do, and arrest somebody who they changed the law so that they could charge him with something higher. They're going after him because it's politically motivated. They don't want him to run. He's got a lot of stuff on them, and they're panicking. So this is part of the political theater, and let's walk it through because I think they're not that stupid. I think they know what would happen if they arrest this guy, set a precedent that basically now presidents can be handcuffed and arrested.
Yeah.
I think they said that to try to hype things up, and to see how people would react. They're going to cause a civil war. They're going to cause mass.
Well, it's pretty obvious that's what they want at this point. I mean,
They're desperate for it. They're desperate. They tried it with COVID. They tried it with all this other stuff. They're trying to get people divided. They want that excuse so they can roll in with all the tanks and say, okay, well, you guys can't behave yourselves, so now we're declaring martial law and stuff. They want that so badly, and they're trying everything possible to accomplish that. And you know, who knows what would happen if Trump was actually put on TV, put in cuffs? What would happen, what excuses they would use to say, oh, we got to clamp down because we got some vague call about a threat that some pro-Trump guy is going to shoot up the Capitol. So now we're declaring martial law or some shit like that. So they're going to try to set a precedent with this shit. And it's really scary to think what this could lead to. But, you know, this is also sort of bolstering Trump's run in 2024 because of these attacks. A lot of people are going to say, even as a Democrat, I don't support that, and therefore I'm going to be voting for a Republican come 2024. So
I just have a feeling no matter who we vote for, like, you know, people are voting against Democrats, whether they're independent or Republican or whatever they are, and they're voting against Democrats. Even some of the Democrats that are like sick of what's going on and voting the opposite way. I bet you no matter what we do, no matter what we vote, at the end of the day, it's always going to be a Democrat that wins, man, because I think the fix is in on those fucking machines, bro. And because that guy that was saying you wouldn't even find where it is, even like computer forensic guys will go in there and not even be able to find this thing that they put into the machines or into the overall mechanics of it. They said, dude, it's almost impossible to look for, this guy was saying. And if that's the truth,
I can tell you that they found it. That they, like, as in, like, there's been so many people who have gotten.
Well, no, this guy says that he found it. He knows it exists, but he said anybody like that's not specifically looking for. He said it's like a needle in a fucking in outer space.
I don't know, man. I read a lot about this when, like, in first of all in 2014 and 20.
Well, I'm telling you what he said, and if he's whatever he said, if that's true, then you know what, we're gonna lose no matter what. So. It's like, who knows what's going to happen. I just have a feeling we're going to lose no matter what. So
some of these Diebold machines, you can either connect to them into the internet and you can access them remotely, or you can actually use a USB key, bypass the system, get into. They use unsecured Excel files. It's crazy, this technology, because it's so stupid. They did it on purpose. They set it up so it was easy to hack. So you can change the results of an election by simply editing the fucking file and then saving it.
Yeah, well, the fix is in either way. Either way. I just think no matter what we do. Now let's get into a little more chompy and shit. Me and you haven't been on in a while. You haven't live streamed in a while.
No,
right?
That's true. I was thinking about tonight, but I saw you were going live. I was like, nice for Ken.
Yeah, I haven't live streamed in a while. I just jumped on because I had the time to do it, and I had no responsibilities at this time tonight, so I was like, fuck it. But we missed out on a lot of craziness, a lot of like, well, you know, I don't know, man. I think right now is it's a weird moment. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't live streaming. You haven't been live streaming. It's kind of like a you know, a different landscape at this point for a lot of people.
Very.
You know what I mean?
I've been told by people that.
Me too, man. I've been told, like, yo, it's weird. It's just very weird shit. Like, you know, the regular, like, regular isn't regular right now. Mm-hmm. You know? And I guess a couple of people said they were leaving YouTube now, and fucking all this shit's going down, and you know, and it's like I have some people that don't pay attention to the drama at all that watch me, right? And then there's some people that do pay attention to it because it's like a soap opera to them. They think of it in that sense of like, okay, you know, who's arguing with who's friends with who's fighting this guy, who's fighting that guy, what is this one saying, what is that one saying? And they keep track on shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, obviously I haven't been able to call into shows in a while, and I haven't really been able to speak my mind on a lot of things. I did a Patreon stream, believe it or not. First one in a while. Check it out if you're on there. Shout out to the Patreon family. I did almost an hour and a half of a stream, and it was a Can We Record? So it was done. Nice. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I went old school with it, Dave. I did a review. So
hold on. That was recently?
Yeah, it was recently. Nice. I reviewed recently something Garguts, and a couple of guys from Joe's side of the ball said some stuff on a program, and I actually reviewed it. So shout out to the Patreon. A couple of people heard it.
Ken review.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. A couple of people you
No,
know,
I'm wondering how, like, I mean, again, like, how does Ken review videos? Because I
oh,
listen back to
dude,
myself.
it's old school for me,
YouTube,
man.
like,
That's how I started out on here reviewing, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Basically, I started out reviewing. I would play Tommy's shit. I would play like a couple of people's shit from the community, and I would review it. And I would stop it and break. Like, it wasn't just me. It was me, Filthy, and Lucky
Producer.
Low, and Producer G.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing a few of those.
Yeah, we were playing a lot
Like,
of
you played clips of Joe, right?
clips of Joe, clips of
Yeah.
Tommy C, clips of Tommy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, Tommy, I love that shirt, bro. You look like a Florida fish.
What is that?
Like some kind of like gothic fish. Just kidding. It looks like it has scales on it. That's
It's
why.
like, yeah, it looks scaly.
It looks like a
armor.
red scaly fucking big platypus. I'm just kidding, Tommy. You know I love you. But listen,
I'm just gonna say, again, for you, man, like, my love goes
and
out to you.
again, what?
I want to say my love goes out to you and your family, and
To my new family?
no, just what I'm saying
Trailer
is,
Park Boys.
I am sorry for your loss, for what has happened. to
Well,
you.
thank you.
And I want to say the way you've handled it is very appropriate, and you're handling it better than how I handled my father's death.
Well, listen, I got to say this. All right, I'll say this. Some of the people in this community showed me how to be a man when the shit hits the fan. Just by talking to some people that have been through crazy shit in their lives, that the people that have told me about it, like crazy shit that's happened to them. And there's some fucked up shit that have happened to people that I'm very good friends with from this community. And they've told me those stories of like what's happened to them. And I thought in my mind, even before my mom passed away, I always thought, and I learned this from the community, and I started thinking this way from the community and the stories I heard, I started thinking, you know what, if that person can go through something like that in their life and then be here today talking to me, giggling on the phone, just laughing about stupid shit with me, then I can do that. I should be able to do that. You know what I mean? And I actually saw you and thought to myself, here's a guy who flies off the handle and fucking goes ape shit from like a drop of a pin sometimes, right? Could get triggered in a second, can get fucking react in a split second and go ape shit for certain things. When your father died and I saw how you kind of left YouTube for a while and it was the last thing on your mind, I was very impressed by that because I told you about that before that shit happened to you. I told you, Tommy, you got to get to a point in your life where YouTube is like a little bit further on the list of priorities. Because you always thought of it as like, like I have to maintain this ride that I'm on, this fucking wonderful ride of everyone knows Tommy, and I'm a superstar. I've been on shows on Comedy Central and MTV, and the whole fucking thing. Yeah, you get drunk, you get like, and it's not only you, it's a lot of people. And if you ain't watching it, if you ain't watching yourself and you're doing YouTube and you start to get bigger and bigger and bigger and it starts to grow and it starts to turn into a big thing, you can get drunk within that shit where you're just like, okay, that's the only focus now is to come on, make money and be a star, and that's very easy to happen. I think at one point you were like that a little bit, and you kind of pulled it back a little in the midway point. But then when your father died, you really put your priorities in like the order that they should be. And I was like, wow, Tommy, if Tommy can do that, then like, when my mother passed away, I wanted to just basically put a bullet in my face. She died in my arms. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the best thing to experience in your life. It's not a great thing to experience, and I'm a laughable, try to see things on the bright side type of dude. And I always thought if anything would break me in this world, it would be like the death of my close family members, one of them, and obviously losing your parents is like, to me, I rank that the second worst loss you could experience in your life is losing one of your parents, because obviously the first worst loss would be your kids or your wife or your husband or your significant other, like, more your kids than anything. But, and so I experienced something pretty shitty, but nothing that no one else in this community didn't get up and dust themselves off and march on and keep going, but never forget. And I know it sounds cliche, like never forget, but that is the truth, because you can march forward and start having fun again and start being part of the things you used to do and things you used to experience, because you got to keep remembering. Because if you don't remember those good times or even bad times, then it's not worth it, because then you really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And if you don't give a fuck, then you don't give a fuck. Who cares then? Because I know people that don't give a shit when people die. It's just nothing to them, some people, you know? And maybe that's a good thing. I don't fucking know. But some people take things differently. And what I saw you do when you lost your father was very impressive. And it was definitely one of the things on top of all those other things I just told you about. Some of the stories I've heard. Like, I know one guy who had people that were like multiply killed in his family, you know, like, you know, some crazy shit went on. And I'm sitting there hearing him explain this story to me. And I'm like, well, if this dude can wipe himself off and keep moving forward, I could do it too. A lot of worse things happen to this guy. So, you know, things could still be worse. You know, losing a parent is a horrible thing, but that's the way life is supposed to go. You know, I still feel my mother was very young and had more time on this earth, but unfortunately, she didn't get any more time. And the shitty thing is, you keep going forward, and the ball keeps rolling without you. It keeps going on and on and on. It'll go on when we're gone. You know what I mean? So, but you can't forget. That's the thing. That's how you keep them alive. That's how you do the right thing, is by keeping them alive in your mind and in your heart. I know it sounds corny as shit, but it's the truth. You know?
It's a testament to them, to their memory.
It's not funny, it's just how you handle.
Thanks, Tommy.
I'm sorry. I was just. Okay.
Tommy, where'd you get that shirt? Real quick.
I got it from trying to think.
From Wish.
Amazon.
I've seen those on Amazon. That's when you put in 7XL and those shirts pop up. You put in 7XL and those shirts pop up, Tommy. Why are you putting in 7XL, Tommy? Christ's sake.
The 6XL.
The sex XL?
6XL.
6XL? Bro, that's...
Yeah. Sure.
That's fucking no joke, bro. Size 6XL. I could wrap me and a small family up in that shirt. I'm just kidding. I love you. Look at Dave tonight. Holy shit, Dave.
No, I put up, I need to shave and,
God damn. Look at Dave looking all sexy.
That image of Dave just looks like a dude that went to Vegas and is just like, I'm the hottest dude in Vegas.
What are you talking about? I look like a used car salesman.
Yo, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink.
Oh, you look like the guy that's a salesman, but it's a con man that's going to con you out of everything.
That's what a used car salesman is they're a con man. I'm surprised you don't know the term, but that's perfectly fine. Shout out to Cynthia. Not only was January 6th Amateur Hour, it was a Hollywood Esquire bought and paid off rehearsed production, in my opinion. In my opinion as well. Yes, that whole thing reeked of basically a setup. You had most of the people there that were agent provocateurs. They were hired again. And if you look into this, you'll find it. But you'll find a lot of these organizations that do crisis simulations. And they hire just about anybody. You can find their ads even on Craigslist. And sometimes they get people into political situations where they pull off a psyop.
Dave.
Pull off a false flag.
Dave.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm going to do, man? I actually started pricing out all the shit for my studio. Mm-hmm. I'm pricing out wood. I'm pricing out all the shit, like what I want to do, you know, what's feasible, what's not. So I started pricing out the wood and shit and all this. And you know what I'm planning on doing is getting like 2 cameras that are wireless. One I'm going to have in the room for when I do the stream like I am right now. And then one I'm going to have for when I like decide to go outside. So I could switch over to that camera and I can go anywhere I fucking want because it's cordless. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
So you know how sometimes I go outside, I got to switch over to my phone and go on Skype.
Yeah.
And do that. I won't have to do that no more. You know what I mean? Which is pretty cool. And I'm also going to be doing fucking card games now. As soon as I build this studio, like live card games again.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
To be able to see how
Texas Hold'em, 3 card.
Yeah, see all the cards.
Yeah,
and stuff,
dude, all that shit. And I can't wait to fucking do this, man, because I've been planning it out. I drew out like all of what I got to do, and you know, I'm putting up walls and shit, bro. I'm fucking. Oh man, I can't wait to do this shit. Like that's gonna be
through a lot of crayons then.
That's gonna be a whole new era, Dave. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a whole new era. Depending upon how hot it gets and how good the channel gets, because I'm also thinking about either restarting my channel fresh, or somebody told me that they have something they can do to my channel to like get it out of being shadow banned as bad as it is, because it's shadow banned to the up fucking. It's like fucking beyond shadow banned.
Really?
Yeah, it really is, bro. It can't get out. It gets out to absolutely no one new, dude. Like no one knew at all. Like no matter what titles I put in, no matter what I cover, nobody new ain't hearing me. Nobody's finding me. So I was thinking about just redoing it, and because I'm like, listen, if I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna build this studio, I'm gonna invest all this into this studio and all this time into this, right? I might as well fucking do it and put myself into a position where I can rebuild the channel and start fresh, so I don't have all these penalties against my channel. Number one is copyright claims, bro. I have so many of them. They sent me a letter about it like a year ago saying, if you want to straighten this out, stop playing copyright and shit and start playing like, you know, copyright free shit. And if you keep doing that, it'll eventually fix what is going on. And I'm like, no, that's what I do though. You know what I mean? I use music, like every kind of music. I don't want to stop doing that. So
have you thought of maybe making, say, an alt channel just to point back to the main one? So this one, you know, you make a new one.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad idea. That's not.
You basically say, like, say Foul Mouth Shorts. Yeah. You play a funny clip, and you're like, you want to hear more? Check out the main channel.
Yeah. I mean, I could do that, but I also have the backup channel, which has, which is way better off than this channel. It's not as many. There's no copyright claims, really. I mean, there's some, but not as bad as.
You've put so much effort into this. You've got 3.08 thousand subscribers. You know, you've made the foundations on this channel and stuff. I mean, if you could just redirect the traffic, because that's the biggest problem right now.
Well, see, that's what somebody told me. They're like, no, you don't have to delete shit and start over and all that. He's like, I'm going to show you. Oh, shit. He's like, I'm going to show you everything. Oh, shit, hold on one second. Who do we got here? The Goon! It's the fucking Goon!
The motherfucking Goon!
What up, Goon?
Happy Saturday, everyone. Ken, I kept proof of January 6th being questionable. Check Twitter.
Okay, I'll check it, definitely. Listen, I've seen so much shit that's questionable. Like when they showed that footage that Tucker Carlson showed, it was just insane. These cops just like, oh, the store's not locked. The store's locked.
Why did it require Tucker Carlson to bring it out?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's another part that's fucked up, man. And you know what? I'll tell you this right now. Fucking Alex Jones, right? I've said it a million times. A lot of the shit he says is right. Some of the shit he says is not right. But it's almost close. I mean, this guy is right about.
More right than he is
dude,
wrong.
he really is. And I come to that fact because I thought at one point he maybe was wrong more than he was right. But no way. The dude is definitely.
The biggest turnoff for some of these people that doubt him is just like, oh, he's just so over the top. You know what? Are you that stupid? Can you not just look past that fucking showmanship and look? You know, don't kill the messenger.
Yeah.
Look at the message.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man. Because
research.
Yeah, the more and more shit goes down and the more and more shit happens, the more and more that motherfucker sounds like he's dead right about so much shit, man. And you know what? Some of the stuff, I don't want him to be right. Some of the stuff he doesn't want to be right.
He's been talking about it for years.
Yeah, some of the stuff he doesn't want to be right.
Over 20 years.
This guy doesn't want to be right about some of the stuff that he said. Like, he doesn't want to be right about it. Because
nobody would want to be right to be able to say,
yeah, it's horrible shit.
This is going to happen politically, and now we're going to be viewed as enemies of the state. And that's what's happened. Nobody wants to be right on that shit.
Yeah, it's horrible shit, man. It really is. And, man, if they arrest Trump, on Tuesday, like they said they're going to, and they're questioning, should we put cuffs on him? What do you think? No, fuck that. If he's arrested, like he's calling for people to protest Trump. He's saying if I'm arrested, and right now they're saying his arrest looks imminent, like it's going to happen, right? If he's arrested, we need to fucking do something about it as a nation, man. We need to step the fuck up and do something. Where can I go to protest? I'll go. Like, this is bullshit. You're going to go and put this guy in handcuffs, right? But you're not putting Biden in handcuffs? That's fine. You want to put Trump in handcuffs? Go ahead. But you got to put Biden in handcuffs then. You got to put...
And Hillary.
Hillary Clinton, her husband. You got to put a ton of people in handcuffs then. So if you're going to do that, then do it across the board. Or else don't do it at all. Because if you're going to fucking go and pick and choose and cherry pick, I'm not with that. This is not where I'm from. I'm not from a country that does that shit. And nobody is like applying the law to these fucking people. No one is. And they're getting away with it fucking, scot-free.
Double standards, and they want to put Trump on the chalkboard, and they want to fucking nail him to the wall, and say to all Republicans, this is what happens when you stand up and say something.
And that prick.
It's not just Republicans. It's not Republicans. They're saying it to every American that might ever have a disagreement with what the ruling party says, whether it be Drag Queen Story Hour, whether it be high taxes, whether it be the water in Flint, Michigan.
Yep.
They're basically, this is why this is part of the theater. They are and sending signals and messages out there. This is all part of the plan. But it's saying to everyone, don't fuck with us or we will do whatever we want to take you down.
So, Dave, a lot of drama going on, right? Since we left, because you haven't streamed in a week, I think, right? It's been like...
At least a week, yes.
It's been a week, right? I didn't stream since 12 days ago. I think it was 12 days ago I streamed. That was the first time I streamed since all the shit happened to me and my family. And that first night that I streamed, which was a Sunday night, thank God I streamed because I really needed that. And tonight I actually went to my father's and had dinner with him. And normally I've been sleeping. Well, I've been sleeping at his house when he wants to sleep there. And then when he's like, okay, you want to go? Well, I'll sleep at your house because he gets like, he doesn't want to be there. We come back to my house and then he sleeps here for a night or two. And then so the other night was the first time that he slept home by himself without me there because he's like, I want to sleep home tonight. And I was like, yo, I am so fucking tired. I cannot sleep there again. My back is killing me from sleeping on this fucking couch, right? So I was like, Dad, do you mind if I go home tonight? I'll go home late, but do you mind if I go home? I got to be up like at 6 anyway. And he was like, oh, no, go home. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, you sure? Because I'm afraid of him like walking to the bathroom at night or, I'm just afraid of him falling and fucking killing himself and no one's there. So
yeah,
I've been staying there. And because he's got half a foot, bro, on one fucking leg. So it's been fucked up. Tomorrow I have to take him to the VA. And he's claiming something else because he got his last fucking toe taken off of the 1 foot. And it's all because of the Agent Orange. He doesn't even have diabetes. My father doesn't even have, he's in great shape besides the Agent Orange shit. You know what I mean? He's in great shape besides that shit. But anyway, I've been staying there and doing this and doing that. And I stayed home the other night for the first time. And he stayed in that house for the first time by himself overnight without my mother. And he was up the entire night. So I've been that's why I haven't been able to live stream like I normally do, because I've been either sleeping at his house or he's been sleeping here. And of course, if he sleeps here, I can't do the show because it's in my fucking living room. Right? So I've been dealing with that. I am going to make this studio in the next 3 months. When I'm in it, things are going to be different because I'll be in the same household with my father and I'll be able to stream a lot more. I'm going to build a room for it, so I will be using it a lot more than I do now. And hopefully I'll get into some rhythm being back on the internet that much, and we'll see what happens, All I know is that's my plans right now. Moving into a studio, moving into a new house, I
remember you talking about all the stuff you want to put in the studio, their jerseys.
I gotta put
lights,
I gotta put
maybe an arcade or something.
I gotta put heat in there. I gotta put air conditioning in there. I gotta put lighting in there. I got to put electrical work in there. I got to do the whole fucking thing. I'm basically building a room. It's 2 walls though, so it's not bad. Plus, I got to fucking like soundproof this thing. I've been looking up like soundproofing. I've been looking up all this shit. I'm gonna probably take a loan out from my credit union just so I have enough money to get everything I need and to do it like the right way, because I got to do it the right way. I don't want to build some like half-ass fucking shitty room, some fucking like, you know, some border wall. It's, you know, one thin wall or some shit. I want something nice, the right way. Casey is raw. What up?
Casey.
Sorry about your loss, Ken.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, so, you know, so I've been out of the game for a while. Dave, you know, obviously you've been doing something different now lately, so you haven't been able to stream as much. And we missed out on a lot of shit. There is a lot of shit I do want to talk about. And like I said, I did a review on Can I Record. It's on the Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon members. And I'm going to do more. So where I'm talking about the community and talking about the situations in the community is on the Patreon. So shout out to the Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon anymore, I am putting shit back on there. So go check it out for, you know, for $1 a month. You could be on there. And I'm talking about drama on the Patreon. So what else is new? Drama. But I do it, you know, I'm doing it lightly. You guys will hear if you hear the stream. I'm doing it lightly. I'm not being an asshole. I'm not like talking shit. Just giving my opinion about shit, because a lot of shit went down since I left and my mom passed. I listen, Dave knows too. Listen, there has been some outlandish shit in a couple of areas that has went down in this community since we have been gone. For those people that don't follow the drama, you can't even believe what some of this shit that went down in the last month. Not behind the scenes. It was on live streams, but you might have missed it because the people that don't pay attention to drama, they don't even know what's going on. But like, honestly, there is crazy shit that, you know, I got to talk about this thing the next time. And Dave, I wanted to get your reaction to it real quick without really saying anything about it, but just your reaction. That whole thing that went down around the same time my mom passed, someone else supposedly passed, right? And supposedly they were basically, I mean, how do you say it? They basically got trolled into dying. Yeah. So for those of you that have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about, yeah. That is the truth. Am I lying, Dave?
Someone got trolled into killing themselves?
I mean, like, you're correct.
Yep. Someone got trolled and died.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what I'm hearing, right? So, but snoop around a little and watch a video here, watch a video there. Matter of fact, Dave covered it on one of his streams. He covered a little bit of it, right?
Just a bit.
So I wanted to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that on Can I Record, probably next episode. So I just wanted to let everybody know I got to talk about that.
You've got. I do like that you're again going to your Patreon.
Yeah.
But again, with your podcast and stuff, the pressure is off in that sense that you can record it around your schedule.
Yep.
And you can take your time. You don't have to worry about the donations coming in, stopping the show, or somebody calls in, stopping the show. You know.
Yeah.
So, and I've heard some of your Ken. Was it? No. Can I Talk was mostly on free, but with you and Sham, what was it called?
Oh, we used to do It Takes Two.
Yeah, I've heard a few of those, and those are great. That format where it's again a podcast, and there's less pressure in the end. It flows. There's no need to stop the show every once in a while.
It was good.
Yeah, I do like to hear your takes on it.
You know what happened with it? That this one, it was really easy for me to do it because what I did was, like I said, I used my phone, right? And what I was able to do on my phone was I was able to record and play videos at the same time. So I'm able to, like, you know, play shit and listen to it and then talk about it. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to review that. And I'm going to wind up reviewing a lot more other things and putting it on here. from my phone because I have that feature where I can watch something and record it at the same time, and it picks up my voice and whatever I'm watching's volume as well. So that was pretty cool. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Your phone's basically a studio. So I might as well utilize that because there'll be times where I'm at work and I have an hour off. I'm like, I'll record something. Like I recorded that stream that I did, right? I recorded that hour and a half separately. I did it like 3 times, 3 separate places, and I put it all together. So
Nice.
yeah,
You did that all on your phone?
Yeah, and I was able to. No, the part where I put everything together was on the computer. But I was able to like record all 3 or 4 different takes at different times, and then just come home and edit them all together, and bang.
I like that.
Yeah, so it frees up. I could do it like if I'm at my father's house or my father's here, I can go out and do it somewhere else in my car or whatever. I could also do it with me and Shannon and record us, doing a podcast that way again. So I plan on doing that for the next 3 months a lot, because I can't do other streaming. So I might as well do something,
Yeah, but
so
it shows that you're.
There's that, bro. You know what I mean? So there's that. So there's that,
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
So
but you
there's
like podcasting and recording and entertaining people, and it's a good outlet for a lot of people.
Yeah,
including myself. I really enjoy podcasting, but it could be, some people say, oh, only on drama. Well, I love doing that, but I love doing other stuff too. I can talk for hours about space while I'm playing Kerbals and laughing my ass off when my designs fucking blow up. It's not for everyone, but I enjoy it. And if you enjoy what you do and you find a way around, your schedule and stuff to be able to continue to do that, more power to you, man. And you're just getting more enjoyment out of it. So
yeah, like
everyone wins.
I do actually enjoy myself doing it because I had fun, like listening and then reviewing. You know what I mean? It was pretty fun because I don't always review shit, so it was fun to go back and do that for a little while too. And plus, there were people that were hitting me up and saying, you got to talk about this because, this is like, especially that last one I just talked about. God damn. But if the guy, Lou, I don't want to give it away, but if he says something to me, but if he says something to me like saying, no, this really did happen, then my regards. And I apologize, rest in peace. But what the fuck do I know? You know what I mean? Like, and I'll explain more when I get on this next, Can I Record? Because that's going to be a pretty wild one. I guarantee that, episode 2. So,
nice.
Because I'm going to definitely hit on that whole thing, and it's obviously got to be through you, I think, right? Because I don't even think that original thing exists anymore, which I'm thinking about now. Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. I got to see.
Hey, can I have 3 announcements can I make real quickly?
The mic is yours, brother. I'm going to piss, so go ahead.
One of the announcements, I recently checked off a thing from my childhood that I always wanted. I recently bought this Major Chip Hazard action figure off of eBay, along with a couple other figures that I always wanted. From 1998, Tommy Lee Jones voiced this guy right here in Small Soldier, top quality movie. And the other one is that soon I'll be doing a podcast with his wife, Shannon. There hasn't been a name really discussed what it's going to be. And also, as you guys have been waiting for and prying on, the one episode of the Tommy and Fami podcast, which we're waiting for to find out when we're going to do, when that's going to go down.
Fuck Fami.
And also, in the future, the Tommy NC 2010 roast, that's actually 4. And I know there's been a lot going on in your life, Ken, and with your mom passing and stuff like that. I know everything got pushed aside, but at some point in the future, that's some of the content that you can look forward for here on the Foul Mouth Network in the future.
Okay. As a side note, I'm curious, Tommy. What are your thoughts on a meatball sub?
Why?
Why? Because I'm very passionate about the topic. So
Tommy.
you'll hear my
I mean,
response.
I like
Tree
Trump,
One,
but I don't like-
Tree One, New York. Oh shit! Guess who's calling in?
I don't know.
Let's take a guess right now, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, it's the man with the beard.
it's the one and only.
Hello,
it's
sir.
the
Motherfucking
What a-
The Schlepster. What is up? The one and only, the legend, the Schlepsy. Sexy Schlepsky. What's up, Schleppy?
Not much better.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
How you been?
Just chilling.
Yeah?
Relaxing.
Nice.
Enjoying the pipe.
The new
Very
pipe.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I
Down
follow
on
you
the
on Twitter.
fucking, I want to
No,
fucking.
Well, I was going to steer into other things, but since I brought up the question, I guess people are curious as to why I brought it up, and probably Tommy. Tommy probably thinks I was trying to set him up or something. I asked while you were away, what does he think about meatball subs? Or, sub sandwiches that have meatballs or whatever they fucking call them.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? So, and I told him, because I'm passionate about the topics. But since Tommy's probably
Tommy
kinda
thinks
scared,
he's getting
I'll
set
answer
up.
First.
Yeah.
I'll answer first, Tommy.
Where
I think
it's
they're
kinda like
abysmal.
Trailer Park
I think they're
Boys, but-
disgusting. I don't think they should even exist. They're an abomination to creation.
Ooh.
And I just don't know why anyone would either sell them or eat them.
Wait, what do you like about them? I'm just curious.
It's meatballs belong in spaghetti. They,
Yeah.
they drench the bread, the sauce with and they fall apart. And
Well,
they're too
Dave,
big.
come on, Dave. Parmesan, bro.
And it's real deep in there.
Meatball Parmesan.
And it's real deep in there.
Come
They are
on.
messy, I'll tell you that.
Come on, Dave.
But as a sandwich, look, that belongs perfectly on a plate with fucking spaghetti, and it's delicious.
Yes, 4-1
on a-
Islanders.
But
Sorry.
on a bread that starts to soak it up and it starts to get soggy and it falls apart and the meatballs are too big
Yo,
for this-
it's Will Tactics, baby.
I'm sad. Going to bed without getting the oosh swash swoosh swash. The wash
The old
me wash.
schmishmash is
I love
gush
it.
gosh.
My girl needs to give me the oosh swash me off she
The great
off.
schmushmash
I love it.
mcmushmash. Yeah, man, that's the smishmash mcgushmash. Gave that good gush gosh. I
So
do
what do you
love
think,
that
Tommy?
guy.
You
I do love him.
the thing is, I like a sandwich that's not gonna fall apart on me. That it's so moist that it won't because if you pick up a sandwich that's moist and it's so moist, you're holding it, it's literally falling apart in your hands as you're trying to eat it. I hate those kind of sandwiches, and that's not a sandwich that gets very moist, And
You said moist a
of
lot
people
in
get
that.
their- and it's funny. There's
You fucking mark.
there's a lot of people out there that hate the word moist.
I know,
because
they're weird. There's no problem with the word moist.
No, it's just a word express a word of wet. Moist. It's like
Yes.
moist.
And
Yeah,
I
like,
personally
I don't-
prefer pussies to be moist.
People are
And tell
disgusted
why
with
I
the word
concur.
moist.
But
Okay.
Just
see,
I'm not-
just to look.
I'm
just-
gonna
No, but
go
okay,
out
so
there
let me
and
ask you,
have a
Tommy.
Great show.
are you leaving?
Yo,
Already?
you gave me the
Yes,
oosh
I'm
gosh
not.
goosh gosh. You gave me the oosh
Oh,
gosh
Tommy.
goosh.
All
Are
right,
you leaving,
that-
Tommy?
Remember to stay moist.
that,
Yeah,
Hi,
Shine.
Thomas.
Yeah, Shine.
You gave
Have
me
a
the
good one.
oosh gosh muaf. The swoosh wash. Day. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the oosh gosh muash. I love it.
The ooshmash goosh. That's a weird way to say blowjob, huh? Mooshmash goosh gosh? Goose gossage?
too many syllables. Blowjob is perfect.
Yeah.
2 words. Or 2 syllables.
The old mooshmash bagoosh
So,
gosh.
so Tommy said while you went to take a piss, he said that Shannon and him are going to do a podcast.
Before all this shit went down, they were getting ready to do a podcast together.
Is it going to
and
last longer than the one with YR?
I don't know. Let's hope.
That
Yeah,
fucker
see.
should never have been in contention for the belt. If it wasn't for him, there's a good chance maybe you would have won or I would have won. Or maybe Drew would have won.
What'll be
Anyway.
will be.
Or Shannon would have won. Exactly.
Yeah, it's, you live and you learn.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, so a lot of shit went down in the past month.
I can't wait to hear this podcast you were talking about.
I mean, you know, it'll definitely be. I just hope that video is still out there so I could do it like that. But if anything, I just thank God you did it.
I may have downloaded it.
Really?
I may have.
Oh,
depending on what video you're referring to, but regardless.
Well, the one I'm talking about, one you reviewed.
Yeah, but the problem is that there's so many that I review that I lose.
It was. I think it was one of your last ones.
We'll talk. We'll talk about it after. And
yeah, no doubt. Either way, I'll be able to do it. But yeah.
And there's always so many things that I've recently recorded. So maybe there's a good chance that I've got it.
That's good. Either way. I'd rather do it that way. But
if I reviewed it, you could still take it off my streams. So.
Yeah. Yeah. The Islanders are winning 4-1 right now. They got to keep winning to make the playoffs. Yo, the Boston Bruins was the fastest team to 50 wins ever.
Okay.
Isn't that fucked up? They're having their best season they've ever had, and they're one of the original 6. Yep. So what they're doing is pretty fucking, like, you know, unheard of. So that's pretty cool. They'll probably lose in the first round anyway.
Like the Leafs.
Yeah, like the Leafs, exactly, because the Leafs are just fucking doomed. The Islanders actually picked up this guy from the Leafs, and they were saying, yo, he's got a really good upside, but he's like, he makes dumb decisions. But he's been pretty fucking good, this guy, for us, man. He's been kicking ass. What happened? Tommy left?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was leaving.
He did?
Yeah. Even I was protesting, but he wanted to leave.
Little pussy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. Nah, but he's all right.
Yeah, Tommy's good in my eyes.
Yeah.
What he wants to be.
Nah, he's been a good dude. He's been a really good dude to me. He has. You know? Although, all right, so I got to tell this story. So I told you guys about, well, I told everybody the story about, like, my father slept home for the first time by himself since this went down. And so I told my father, obviously, yo, if you get up to take a piss or you get up to get something to eat, have your phone on you. Because there was one time my father fell and broke his hip, and he didn't have a phone on him. And he was sitting on the floor, like, bleeding for, like, a while. So till my mother finally got the phone for him. So I told him, make sure you have your phone on you and shit, like, and call me anytime you need me. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Call me. So long story short, I'm working. I have not taken off a day of work in the longest time because I have to build up my time again. I took so much time off when my mom passed. So I have, like, no time right now. And I have to go take my daughter to these colleges in a couple of months. So I got to make sure I have enough time. So I've been working my ass off every day, been going. I can't call in. I can't miss any time. I've been going religiously. And I'm kind of, like, in a zone right now, like, with what happened and, like, going to work every fucking day, waking up and just keep repeating the same process.
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm exactly there, Kevin.
I'm kind of like warm right now, and I'm just going. I'm just in gear going, right? So I tell my father he stayed home, and I have the phone, right? And I tell him, all right, so sometimes I put my phone on, like, quiet if I'm going to sleep because I don't want to hear shit. I haven't done that in, like, 2 years because of my mother and my father both being sick. I need my phone on, especially after being called about 13 times at 4, 5, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, about 20 times from my father calling me about my mother, where she's not breathing right or her heart hurts or she's throwing up or she's sick. All the time at 4, 5 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I get these calls, and my nerves are like, because every time I get a call that late, I feel like somebody's dead. You know what I mean? Like, who died? Like, I answer it like, huh, what happened? And my father's like, mommy's not feeling good. Or it'll be like, Kenny, get here now. Your father fell in the kitchen. And it's like always a call like that. So, my mom passed, so you would think there's one less person to worry for or to take care of. Right? But no, now it's harder because now I need to be with my father 24/7. He doesn't have my mother there to help him out with all these things that, she was helping him out with. Because it was my mother's heart. It wasn't her physical body. It wasn't her. She could help him, but she's not there now. So Long story short, he sleeps home. I tell him, leave your phone in your pocket no matter what you do. I'll leave my ringer on. If you need me, I'll fly to your house in a second. Even if you want me to walk you to the bathroom and walk you back to bed so you don't fall, I'll be there. I'll do it. I don't care. Just call me if you have a problem. So I finally get into bed, and I'm tired from working all week. It's like Friday or whatever, and I'm like, ugh. So I get into bed, and I like take melatonin, so I'm assed the fuck out around 9 o'clock. I'm like drowsy. I gotta go to sleep. So I fucking hit the sack. About 2 o'clock in the morning, my fucking phone starts ringing profusely, right? And I must have been in such a deep fucking sleep when I got up and I tried to look at the phone. I couldn't see who it was calling me, and it stopped, right? And it must have been ringing for a while because it woke me up, and it was like, and then I couldn't see who it was. So I called my father right away because I thought it was him. And my father answers, and he's like, oh. And I'm like, Dad, what's going on? And he's like, what the fuck do you mean? And I'm like, you called me? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, you didn't call me? And he's like, no, why? And I'm like, because my phone started ringing. And he's like, it wasn't me. He's like, I just fucking fell asleep, like literally fell asleep 5 minutes ago. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. I thought it was you calling me. I was in the middle of like this deep sleep, and I thought something was wrong because I thought he fell or something happened. Because like no one else is calling me at 2 a.m. but him, unless he got hurt. Because he's not going to call me at that time unless something's wrong, right? So that's going through my mind. It's him because it's the only person that'll call me at 2 a.m. is him. Come to find out, it wasn't my father who called me. You know who it was?
Who?
It was fucking YR and Jacob RP and all those fucking guys doing a live stream at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. They decide to call good old Ken into the stream at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, triggering my fucking phone and making the ringer go off and just totally making me fucking hit the ceiling. You know, like I think something's wrong because who the fuck else is calling me at this fucking time? Yeah, I'm like, and then I finally look on my phone to see who the fuck did call me once I got off of my father. And I'm like looking through my call log and there's no call. And I'm like, but somebody called me. And then finally it dawns on me, oh shit, I scroll down and it says 1 missed call from Skype. And I'm like, mother. And then I go and I look in the Skype call and it's like all those guys, I guess, live streaming. Because one of them was in there saying, yo, I'm streaming, man, come and hang out. And I'm like, you motherfuckers call me at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning when I haven't streamed at all in the last fucking 10 days, right?
Wait, but don't they know that you like working?
Yeah, I stream one time in the last fucking 3-4 weeks, a month. And you guys call me at 2 a.m, like, let's just call Ken at 2 a.m. What the fuck? You know, no big deal.
Yeah.
You know,
no big deal.
When I'm not even around, I'm not even doing streams anymore. I'm not fucking doing shit. You guys, and you know what? I was like, motherfuckers, man. You guys fucking spooked the ever-living fucking shit out of me. Now, you might think that's funny and get a kick out of that story, but, and you know what? I don't care. I didn't make a big deal about it. I wanted to call him back at that point and be like, you motherfuckers. But I was like, all right, I'm going back to sleep. So, yeah, that happened. And I thought it was a catastrophe. But I winded up waking up my father, too. So my father got woken up. I got woken up. Everybody got woken up.
You got that jackass there, Jacob RP, in the chat. He's like, you'll be all right.
Yeah, that was real fun. You try waking up at fucking 2 a.m. when you're...
Some of us have jobs, have to wake up early. So,
yeah, so...
You could be considerate next time.
Yeah, I had to be up at fucking 5:30 the next day, but whatever. I didn't freak out over it. Whatever. I freaked out over it thinking my father was on the floor fucking dead, but besides that, no big deal.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing about it.
Yeah. No big deal besides that. You know what I mean, Jacob? All right, that's great.
Sure.
I'm just glad you're back, Ken.
Huh?
I'm just glad you're back.
You fucking mark!
Okay, I'm a mark. Fuck it.
Yo, let me tell you something, bro. That guy, what's his name? Who's the champ in AEW? The guy from Long Island. He trained.
MJF?
Yeah, he trained right around the block from my house. His training center, where he trained, is right around the block from my house, right? And when I saw him answering the question about pouring that shit on that kid, he was in that press conference, and I don't know if this is kayfabe, or is he really a fucking asshole like that? Was that?
I didn't watch the
All right.
the video.
So Dave, listen. This was real deal shit. This was a real situation that happened with that kid where he poured this drink on him, right? And the kid really did, whatever happened, right? That's real. That's not fucking some
I
wrestling.
just saw the video of him like throwing the drink in the kid's face, and then he walked off. I didn't see what happened.
My point is that's not some wrestling fucking angle. All right, it really happened. But he goes into this press conference where he's there with the owner, Khan, and they're sitting there. And the reporters ask him about that situation, and his answer to it basically was like, "What an arrogant motherfucker! Like, is he for real right now? Or is he kayfabing it? Like, because I don't know if that was real or not. Because if it was real, I'm like, what a fucking asshole this dude really is. Like, what?
I think it is kayfabe.
You think it is, right? I thought it was too because.
But he played that character like no matter where he goes.
Yeah, dude, he's a real fucking
he holds
asshole.
It together. He's old school in that sense that he is he's always in character. If not, that's him. But like the bottom line is, it's always MJF. That's what you're getting when you deal with this guy, no matter where he goes.
Yeah, he's a real prick, huh?
He could be.
Yeah.
And
he definitely could be. He was like, I have the best wrestling matches out of anybody around right now. I'm the number one guy. I've had legendary matches with fucking numerous people. No one wrestles like me. I'm the best in the world right now. I know all these wrestlers are supposed to say all that shit. I get it. But is this guy really as good as he like makes himself out to be? Is like he's okay as
a wrestler.
Is he the type of guy that can carry a company? Like,
but yes, to carry a company, yes. Is he a good wrestler? Yes, he's a good wrestler. Is he an amazing wrestler? That would be debatable. Is he a great wrestler? Possibly.
Well, amazing wrestler. Again, it's too early to tell right now if he, because he's so young.
Okay, remember how the $1 Million Man wouldn't really wrestle that often?
Yeah.
He'd be more on the pro. That's what MJF is doing right now.
Yeah, he doesn't wrestle as much. I know. He made a remark about that being like, oh, I don't wrestle as much because I'm so fucking good. That's why.
And that builds the character.
Yeah.
That builds the character.
That is true because you know what? These guys in the WWE especially, they wrestle every fucking night. Like, I'm so sick of seeing Rollins fucking wrestle. I'm just so sick of the whole fucking thing with him. You know? It's like some of these guys are just getting old. Their shit gets old. You know,
that's why I just don't watch WWE anymore. To me, it's stale and it's old, and I'm just not interested in the way that they run things. But AEW to me is fresh.
Yeah, it really does seem like WWE fell out of the loop on like changing times, and normally WWE was right there with the changing times. Vince was, but at this point, it seems like, it's old school ways and they don't know the new school shit. They just don't know it. You
also, I mean, like you watch wrestling, you guys watch wrestling as kids, right? Where you would like somebody would come in and you're like, who's that? And then you'd like get invested in the character. Nowadays, we hear when it comes to AEW, they say, oh, well, who's that person from Japan? I don't know who they are. It's like, okay. And like, why not watch some wrestling? Maybe you'll start to like them. Maybe you'll be like, holy shit, I never knew about this guy until this first match, and now, like, I love this guy. So this whole idea that, like, again, who do they expect to continue to recruit WWE wrestlers? Like, why can't they just get new talent and be fresh and provide people with a good entertainment? I mean, who cares who they are? Maybe they'll build on you.
I like how their champion is a homegrown guy, basically.
They got a few homegrowns. Taz's kid Hook. He's got a good. Yeah, he's good, and he's got a good look and stuff. Jade Cargill. Have you seen her? The black black champion? No, I'm asking if you know.
Yeah, I have. Yep.
Oh, she's homegrown. She's amazing.
She got that homegrown ass.
She goes, oh man. And that's entirely inside AEW. And Dave Meltzer recently tried to criticize AEW, saying, "Oh well, AEW doesn't pay for hotels or transportation," and he got buried.
God.
for this, not only by Tony Khan, Jericho, all these other people that work with AEW. It's like, no, AEW has literally paid, and Jericho said this, AEW is the only North American company that has ever paid for his hotels, and obviously they're not giving him a Hotel 8, and his transportation throughout his entire employment from AEW. And Tony Khan said, yeah, we pay millions of dollars to treat our people well and get them a good hotel and get them a good transportation system and reliable and all that. So AEW really is invested in its wrestlers.
Yeah, they do. They seem like they go above and beyond, to keep people happy. And, it seems like they treat their guys the right way.
And the wrestlers get to go to all these different promotions. So they can take their AEW title and go to another promotion and wrestle there. And it brings AEW and all these other indie, well, if you want to consider them indie, they're not even. They're just alternatives. They're working together. Like New Japan has so many great fucking wrestlers. They work with AEW, they work with NWA, they work with Destiny. There's right now, wrestling actually is probably the most competitive that it's ever been. I mean, I don't remember this when I was a kid.
Oh no, not at all.
The 80s, but
yeah, there's so much like wrestling to watch now. Is a lot, new shit.
I think sometimes it's too much.
Yeah,
try to keep up.
It's not too much because it depends on what you invest in. I don't invest in WWE. I used to when I worked with Joe, and I liked the product, or at least I was trying to like the product. I didn't go in there saying, "Oh, this is going to be shit," anyways. I tried to like the product and invested so much time in watching SmackDown and Raw and the pay-per-views, and then going on shows, doing reviews, and actually taking notes and trying to take it seriously. But oh man, like just WWE is just that.
Yeah, I try to watch it and I just can't.
Yeah, I can't watch it either, bro. I got a little bit into the whole the Usos and the Us. You're not Usy enough, and I got into that whole thing with
yeah,
I got into that ride. I thought it was a pretty good. It was a little old schoolish for me. I liked it. The whole thing that happened with all of them, him trying to getting good with them and kissing their ass, and then turning around and fucking around and trying to ruin it from within. And now he's like buddies with fucking KO again. And so I like that whole storyline. I was into that. But everything else at this point in WWE really doesn't interest me much. Like all the other storylines are kind of like, So I wasn't too much into that. But the storylines in AEW, man, from what I've seen, they seem pretty good, man. They seem like... They got some wild shit going on,
They've got a lot, the storylines, in my opinion, are good.
Yeah, I like them.
But people will call me an AW mark. It's just like I like something fresh, new, and different.
It's different, bro. It's just different.
The matches are way better in AEW, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally agree.
I agree. Okay, so we got this. Let me see what we got here. Hold on. This is going to be so much easier to do in the future.
There's a little bit of a echo.
Yeah, it'll go away. It'll go away. I got to just walk outside. Hold on.
Oh, you're pulling the phone thing now.
Oh, yeah.
So I assume that you're smoking cannabis.
Sled, are you? Oh, me? No. Oh, no. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, no, me? No, it's tobacco.
Tobacco?
Yeah.
What kind?
It's from Kentucky.
Put it up closer if you can. John Cotton's Double Pressed, Kentucky. I smoke cigarettes, and it's disgusting and gross. But I've, obviously smoked real tobacco, and it's just so much more flavorful. And it's actually, it tastes delicious. It doesn't taste like heavy metals. But I
got to tell you guys this real quick. First of all, Alexa is racist.
Why?
You know that Alexa thing that you could, play music on and, Alexa?
Yeah.
The one that, like, interacts with you and shit? I found out that thing is racist, bro.
Why do you say that?
I swear to God, dude, I'm not even kidding. I'm going to do a video on it on YouTube, which nobody will see. But I'm going to do a video on it, and I'm going to show people how it's racist. And I'm going to prove that Alexa is racist. So look for that video in the middle of next week on Foul Mounts. I'm going to prove Alexa is racist, 100%. No doubt. You guys can see the proof that I have and tell me if I'm wrong or I'm right. But anyway, yeah. So, and then the other thing was, Dave, did you see the new bong?
Yeah, you showed me actually.
The new Monster from the Monster Baronster. Look at it. It goes through this air pocket for this water pocket first. Then it goes through this water pocket. Then it goes through this water pocket. And then it goes to this fat fuck.
Yeah, we were talking about the cleaning methods.
Yeah. I use rubbing alcohol, brother. Cleans it right out. 1, 2, 3. Look how clean this is, Dave. Look. Right? Look. Pretty clean, right?
Yep.
Nice fresh water in there, right? And Dave, you see the bottom of this thing? Look at that. There's like some hieroglyphic type shit.
Yeah, nice little
hieroglyphic type shit. Hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphic.
That's nice.
Hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphic Nugan. You ready, Dave? I'm going to light her up with this new lighter.
Rivet.
Dave, see this new lighter?
Kind of.
Do you see this new lighter, Dave?
I see a bag. Oh, that looks delicious.
Ooh.
Hieroglyphic.
I can smell through the computer. It smells delicious.
Dave, I'm going to take
it looks skunky. Does it smell skunky?
You see this little skunky funky, right? This
like little nug right there, buddy.
That skunky motherfucker's going right in this bitch. You watch right here, you son of a bitch. You watch this little fucking thing right here. You take this little nugget right here, and you say, And then you know what you do after that, Dave?
Let him up.
Get your motherfucking ass go by, my boy.
Let him up.
Light him up, Dave. You ready? This one's for all you guys at home. This one's for the Trailer Pork Boys. This one's for all the Trailer Pork Boys that are out there. This one goes out to you, Trailer Pork Boys. Trailer Pork Belly. Fuck. Fucking lighter don't work, Dave.
Oh, that sucks.
There it goes. It's a torch, really.
Yeah.
Butane powered. There goes the smoke. Oh, there it goes. Up into his lungs.
That looks nice and milky. What's your preferred way to smoke the cannabis, Dave?
When times are good, joints. When times are challenging, pipes or bongs. Unfortunately, my bong died long ago. But I still have a glass pipe and little harsh, but I would love to have the contraption, because it truly is a contraption, like chitty chitty bang bang. But Ken's bong there with all those different pockets and such certainly looks like it would be quite smooth.
2010 smokes dicks.
Yeah, pipes are a bit harsh for me. I still like them.
Bitch arse. Me no be no bitch arse.
So what does your tobacco taste like? What kind of flavoring?
I would say like a little bit of raisiny, maybe some like earthy flavors to it.
Okay. Well, it's been a while since I had some good natural tobacco.
Bitch arse.
I would just I would roll it into cigarettes, but you know,
good.
Never had it in a pipe. And why that pipe? Why such a short?
It's a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
No, I have different types of pipes.
No, I've seen this guy has a collection of, and that's what I've always noticed of people who smoke with pipes is they have a collection of different pipes.
I just get a pipe and I just look at it and kind of see like what type of like tobacco I'm going to smoke in, just by the bowl shape, the size of it, stuff like that. So, like on this one, I decided either to smoke Burley's or like Kentucky, stuff like that. It's going to be more of a full body flavored like tobacco compared to like an English or a Virginia. Like Virginia's a little bit more sweeter.
I find it fascinating. I find this shit absolutely fucking fascinating. It's like drinking scotch or wines. It's there.
Yes.
It takes a special class of gentlemen to appreciate the finer things in life.
I thought to myself when I was younger, like, why do these guys like drink alcohol like that in a glass with the, why do they smoke pipes? Like, because there was a lot of dudes around when I was a kid that smoked pipes like that. Yep. Nowadays, you don't see people smoking pipes like that anymore, really. But there was always somebody who was just had a pipe in his mouth at the fucking store, like just, puffing away. And it wasn't anything like weird, it was normal back then. Now, it's like weird to see that now.
I remember seeing teachers go out and have a smoke on a pipe, at the street when I was in school.
Yeah, now the teachers got to go a block and a half away from the school.
Yeah,
cigarette.
And they probably have a vape instead.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, dude, do you see these kids that vape now? They just literally stand there and it's not like a cigarette where a cigarette ends and you go back in and okay, you're not smoking now till you have your next cigarette, which is like, later on in the day. These kids are on their vape 24/7. Like they don't put it down. That thing comes out of the pocket like at least every fucking 30, 40 seconds. Some of these kids, bro, it's insane. I'm like, how much can you vape, dude?
Easy access.
Yeah, it's like every 40 or a minute they're taking it out and just, I'm like, Jesus, man.
I was vaping for a while, and yeah, that's true. Like it's so easy to just grab and take a couple of puffs and get your nick hit.
Especially when you get one of those good vapes and you start like, and most of these kids are not smoking marijuana. They're smoking the vape with the nicotine in it. You know what I mean? And it's a different kind of nicotine than it is in cigarettes or like a pipe. It's a whole different nicotine that goes to a different part of the brain than it does with regular nicotine. Yeah, and it's fucking these kids up, man. Little do they know. I try to keep my oldest one away because all of our fucking friends, most of them like vape, weed and tobacco. And I'm like, yo, stay the fuck away from those vape shits.
Yeah, nicotine is addicting.
Yeah, I was like, do not do those vapes. I will fucking break your legs. Which I never will, but I had to threaten her. I didn't say that to her, but I tell her, stay away from those vapes. Like, stay
Yeah, it's
away.
not good for you.
Yeah. I don't want her on that shit.
Like this right here, I don't inhale. It's like a cigar. You don't inhale. I mean, you can, but the nicotine's so like strong that you will get sick. I have a couple times by accident, but I've smoked cigar for years, so I'm used to it already.
What's better?
Well, it depends. Like this is, I kind of like this a little bit better because it's more relaxing and I could put it down and come back to it compared to a cigar. Like, I don't know if you guys ever smoke cigars.
Yeah.
If you smoke a cigar and you put it down and you try to light it up again, it doesn't taste the same. It's not fun. Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta finish it, and that's why I like smaller, thin cigars than the big fat ones. The Cohibas and.
I had an uncle that would leave like fucking cigars in everybody's house when he would come to it, like, and he would leave like these like, not even half smoked cigars in the ashtrays, and I'd always be like, well, what the fuck? This guy's wasting all this. Like, why doesn't he smoke the whole cigar? I don't get it. But that's probably why he used to do that, because it gets shitty after you die it out the first time. So what's the sense of smoking it?
Yeah, you have to be able to sit down and enjoy it the whole day. Like, even this way, if I want to enjoy a whole bowl, it's going to take me at least 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever I have time, like when I go to work, on the way to work, that's when I smoke my pipe usually, because I know I have the time. So, yeah.
Yo, one time, you know what we did to this dude when we were kids? I forget how old I was, but we had this dude with us who was like, he was all hype and shit. And he was like, I want to try weed. I want to try weed. And we were like, oh, you want to try smoking weed? And he's like, yeah, I want to try weed. So we took this little bowl piece, right? And we put tobacco in it. And we gave it to him and we had him like, you know, take a pull out of it. And like 5 minutes later, dude, this kid's going, I'm so high. I'm fucking so baked. And we're like dying laughing, me and this other dude. And he's like, give me another hit. So he takes another hit. And now like 5 minutes after that, he's like, bro, I'm so fucked up right now. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, he might be fucked up because he wasn't really a smoker. And like when you take a big shot of tobacco, you can get fucking like.
Actually,
know,
no,
oh,
that's,
yeah.
but that's the thing, though, Ken. The Native Americans in North America, they smoke tobacco, and it would give them a high.
Yeah, I could see why. You know, like if you're not a smoker every day and you smoke like a big amount,
Especially the first time.
Man, you're getting fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that nicotine hit's gonna hit you hard. You're smoked and you take a big hit.
That's why tobacco was such a big deal for the Native Americans.
Well, you know what I say. Hey, ho. Hey,
Teardrop off face.
Hey, ho. Hey, dirty ho. Hey, ho.
Actually, I smoked out of peace pipes before. Back in the day.
A peace pipe? What?
At a sweat lodge.
One of those long pipes?
Yeah, with the sweat lodge.
Don't mind if I
around the peace pipe.
Oh,
good experience.
You hear what's going on?
Yabba don't mind if I do. Yabba don't mind if I do.
My alarm clock is going off.
Yabba don't mind if I.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Islanders just won the game, I think. Yep. Thank God. Nice. Rangers beat the shit out of Pittsburgh tonight. Islanders are in the first wild card playoff spot as of right now. Yes. Just got to keep
have you been
fucking
watching any
winning.
of the World
The
Baseball
March
Classic?
Madness? It's March Madness.
Oh, that's going on too, huh?
Dude, I abso-fucking-lutely hate the month of March. I always hated the month of March, right? The only reason I have to like the month of March now is because me and Shannon got married 19 years ago in the month of March. So that's the only reason I like March. But other than that, I hate March because the Sweet 16 and all that fucking NCAA fucking bullshit comes on TV and it ruins everything on TV because it's everywhere. There's fucking college games on every goddamn channel known to man. So I get sick of it, and I hate it, and I just always am like, oh, God, it's March. It's March Madness bullshit. Here we go again. So I don't like the fucking college basketball. But what else is up with March? What were you talking about, Schleppy?
About the Baseball Classic?
Yeah, no, I'm really pissed about the Baseball Classic, bro. Because
USA went today, didn't they?
once again, a player from the Mets is in the fucking some kind of bullshit, not playing for the Mets, and they get hurt. And our closer, who is like one of the best closers in the game, and one of the reasons why we were picked to win the World Series, broke his fucking ACL the other day after the game was over. After he finished the game with a save, and he fucking came on the mound and pitched insane and got the save, they tackled him on the mound, and they broke his knee when his teammates tackled him on the mound. Okay? This is the bad luck that the Mets have. The game was over. The game was over. And it wasn't even a game where he's playing for the fucking Mets. It's like, what kind of bad luck do we have? This happens all the fucking time with them. All the time. Something happens. So now our best fucking player is out for the whole season. So just because some assholes had to fucking tackle him on the mound after he already won the fucking game. So I haven't been watching it. I haven't been watching it at all because that, you know what? Before they played one game, I said, someone will get hurt from the Mets. And fucking sure enough, man, I swear, you could call it. If you're a Met fan, you could call it every time before it happens because it always happens to us.
It's a curse.
It really is. We are cursed. There is no doubt. They are cursed 100%. 100%. They are cursed. They're one of the odds-on favorite to win the World Series in Vegas right now for the first time in a long fucking time. The Mets are one of the odds-on favorite to win the World Series. I look after this guy gets hurt, and I go look at their fucking odds-on favorite, like their odds now, and they are like 10th on the list now. How great is that?
You dropped that much?
Yep. How great is that? They're tied with like 4 other teams for like the 6th spot or some shit. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It really is. You pay this guy millions and millions and millions of dollars to be the closer for our team, and he's pitching for another team and gets injured. He's not even playing for the fucking Mets. He's not even playing in the regular season, and he gets fucking hurt. There should be some kind of fucking... Why is he playing?
Yeah,
he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. I mean, these guys are paying these guys billions of dollars to play for them. Why are they letting them play for other teams? Why the fuck are they letting them?
Like, there's a lot of teams like aren't letting their players playing that.
It's so stupid, dude.
Weird.
Dude, all these Met fans all over the internet are all fucking going berserk over this shit. And then today, in a preseason game, Brandon Nimmo, who is like our leadoff guy, who we just had to go through all this contract negotiation with, and we give him all this fucking money, he gets hurt today. So the Mets are just not looking good already right out the gate. And, we'll see what happens. But... I mean, I was looking forward to baseball, but now I'm really not because I'm not going to see, they're going to suck. So I'm not looking forward to it anymore. And I'm not watching this baseball classic horrible bullshit because everybody gets injured. So it's not worth it. Those guys shouldn't be playing in that shit. But they are.
Well, at least give them more time to, get into some trading.
I mean, that's the worst thing that could happen to him, though,
like...
Schleppy. That's the worst thing that could happen is, oh, yeah, imagine this guy wins a game and then they go tackle him on the mound and he doesn't just get hurt, a little injured or a boo-boo. No, he blows out his fucking ACL. Blows out his ACL.
That's the worst.
The Mets should get some type of, compensation or some shit. It's like they're lending their player out to play in this shit. And the guy gets injured for the whole fucking season. I mean, now they got to go fucking find another closer or some shit. I don't even know, man, what they're going to do. But I can tell you that definitely hurt them big time, man. And I wouldn't be surprised somebody else gets injured before the preseason's over. Because that's just what happens to them all the time. But the Jets, the New York Jets, on the other hand, are sitting there and they're waiting. And they're anticipating, okay, for Aaron Rodgers, prolific Hall of Famer, Green Bay Packer for life, megastar, superstar, double MVP, COVID MVP. This guy won back-to-back COVID MVPs. Both seasons that the NFL played under the COVID rules, where it was like nobody in the stands and stupid shit. He won MVP because his numbers were insane that year. Both those years, he won back-to-back MVPs at an old age. You would think, man, the guy was done at that age, but no. And now he's like, but you know what? The Jets got him just at the time where he'll throw like 5 touchdowns the whole season. Watch. He'll throw 5 touchdowns the entire season. Watch. And they'll be like, well, he's a Jet, and he lost it. And the Jets got him. Everybody comes to the Jets when they're at the end of their career and they're looking to make one big paycheck more before they retire. You know what I mean? Because they know.
Or they go to a different.
Well, because they know that the rest of the teams in the NFL are like, nah, we're not giving you money. You're old. You don't play the same way you used to. They go and it's the same thing with the New York Rangers, right? A lot of these players like Wayne Gretzky couldn't even skate anymore by the time he went to the Rangers. And the Rangers gave him some astronomical amount of money. Because he knew, there's only like a couple of teams in the NHL or in the NFL that'll give me all this money to play for them, even though they know I'm on my way out and I can't play anymore. That's Aaron Rodgers. That was Brett Favre. He played.
You'll make it to the playoffs at least.
I doubt it, dude. I doubt it. I don't think this guy is going to bring anything big to this team that we didn't have already. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be a mediocre fucking just on his way out. Because you got to look at it his way, man. He's like, I won 2 Super Bowls. I won 2 MVPs. Why else is he playing at this point? He should have retired. You just won back-to-back fucking MVPs, right? You were 13-3 the season before last. Like, you dominated at the end of your career. Retire and walk away a Green Bay Packer for life, right? No. What does this guy do? He decides, nah. It's not because he wants to come to the Jets. Yo, I really want to come to the Jets and win a Super Bowl for the New York Jets. That's why I'm coming here. I want to win a Super Bowl for the New York Jets. That's the only reason I'm coming here. No, he's not even saying that. He's saying, I spent one day in the black room, and I was in the black room, and I said, if I retire, how would it be? And then next day, I spent in the white room, and I won't retire, and I wouldn't retire. Like, shut the fuck up, Aaron Rodgers, you dick. You fucking lame ass.
Has anyone talked to Bullfrog lately? He's not answering his Skype anymore.
He fell in love, Ken. I'm in love for the first time with a telephone pole called Pissy. Yo, what's up, Bird? What's going down? Mr. Bird in the house.
The Birdman?
The Birdman.
Oh, yeah.
Bird, what up, man?
Long time no see, buddy.
Jets still suck, Ken. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no shit. I've been saying that for a half hour.
Yeah, Jets, they're not going to win shit.
Yeah, no shit. Tell me something I don't know. That's great.
Aaron Rodgers can't save your time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Repeat everything I just said. That's great. Have a good time doing it, man.
Yeah, go shoot your pants.
You know what I mean? How about you, tell me something I don't know.
What the fuck do you want?
The Saints are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
that's what you don't know.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
Really?
Right. Yeah, sure, okay. Sure.
Derek Carr?
Yeah, go win.
Sure. Right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. It's great. But anyway, Bird, what have you been up to, man?
Man, shit. Working nights. Fucking got a raise since we've last talked, Ken.
Very nice, Bird. Very nice,
On
man.
the verge of getting a freaking Class A.
There you go. He's getting a Class A. He's fucking... He got his grade 11. You gonna get your grade 11 next year?
Yep.
Yo.
I'm gonna get my green 11.
I'm getting my grade 11.
Gonna do a lot of things with it.
No, I'm happy to hear that, man. You got the kid. How's the kid doing? Very good.
Man, that kid fucking... He's figuring... He's noticing what I do.
You
fucking... What he'll do is... I'm a weirdo with my woman, right? I'll fucking come behind her and I'll do the... Can I eat your asshole with my finger in your mouth?
Oh, Christ almighty.
So what my boy will do is... He'll freaking... Go behind his mom, grab her by the butt, and just go... Wah, wah, wah! With his tongue out.
He's copying you now, huh? That's real great.
Yes.
Real great, Bird.
Great.
Real great. Yeah. Look how Daddy holds this gun, son. Now. Look how Daddy swings around his shotgun. Look how Daddy moves his shotgun like this. Look at that, son, huh? Look at this, son. And there's that. You know what I mean? There's that. And there's that. Then there's that, though. There's that, though.
There's that.
There's that.
There's Daddy.
But there's that.
Dad just shot Mom in the face.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm gonna fuck your life up, bitch.
Yo, where's Danny? Danny the man.
Daddy, you're being called.
Dan, is he around?
He's somewhere.
Where's Danny MT? Danny MT. MT. Oh, Danny, that's the way you like it. Danny drinks a fifth of vodka, then he calls in, yeah. Hey, Danny, if you get so mad, he'll turn around and threaten you. Yeah, he's eating steaks, steak dinners. Do you remember that?
With the steak dinner? I love him. I love you, Danny. Where are you, Danny?
Danny's.
Good old
Danny. Danny's.
Call in, Fanny.
Danny has no good football team. So.
Listen, let me tell you who's going to be good this year in football. You ready for this?
Ugh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes, they just signed Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. Okay? They just signed the Grop.
Did he just come out of the 49ers?
Yep, they signed the Garoppolo,
You
bro.
know how many times that quarterback has choked in big games?
They signed the Garoppolo, bro. Okay,
Man.
Grop's coming to Vegas, and I have a feeling.
He didn't do shit.
I have a
They
feeling
didn't
the
do- they ain't gonna
Raiders.
do shit.
The Raiders are going to be new and improved Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders are gonna get ripped apart like always.
Sorry, that's what it's going to sound like at the game. Welcome.
When they lose,
yo,
you're
you'll hear
damn
this.
right.
Yo, you'll hear this.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium.
Where all the girls get raped or shot.
Yeah, you hear somebody come on and go, ladies and gentlemen, please do not use the men or the ladies' room tonight. There is someone in there beating the shit out of women. Please do not use the ladies' room tonight. There'll be like 50,000 women like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Well, women, ma'am, y'all can go use the men's bathroom. There's nothing going wrong in there. Therefore, you find somebody fucking murdering fucking women like they. Like
Yeah, or else you can get that dude. Who made a video the other day, and he starts out. He's a trans guy, right? And he starts out the video going, "Hey kids, I'd like to talk to y'all, young kids throughout the world." And this guy's like a huge YouTuber, right? Or like media person, not YouTube, but like media person. Yeah. And this is the same person that just met Biden in the White House, right?
Ugh.
And this person specifically talking to kids, right? And telling them and saying things like, when I was a kid, things weren't like they are now, and thank God things are like the way they are now. And if you feel in your body that you feel different, you might not know you feel different right now at this age, and it's almost like they want to nail it into these kids' heads.
Let me find somebody like that around my area so I can grab him by his fucking scrawny neck and throw him in front of a firing squad.
All right, so listen to this.
I'd kill him, motherfucker.
Do you know Project Veritas?
What the fuck is that? A dirty ass Asian dish?
You don't know Project Veritas, really?
Oh my God!
No, I don't pay attention to
There
this.
you go.
What's up, Dave? I thought you died. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Dave, you know what Project Veritas is, right?
Very much.
Okay, so the other day on Project Veritas, they busted this person who is who's the head of school districts on Long Island, right? Specifically East Meadow School District, right?
I'm listening.
And a bunch of other school districts around this area where I live, right? And they basically caught this guy with a fucking hidden camera, basically saying that he meets up with other people in his level in the school district, like his level, meaning other I guess they're called I forget what they're called in the school, but they're basically like the president of the entire school districts. They make
superintendent.
Yeah, it's basically a superintendent, right? They got this guy admitting that he meets up with other superintendents from other school districts and decides on not hiring teachers that are anything other than far, far left, right? And liberal.
That's what I will send my kids to private school, bro.
Then he started talking about to kids about getting sex change, and he's saying I have such a power over kids, and I can control basically what they want to do, what they feel, and I'm like, fucking holy shit, dude. This specifically has to do with my area, the kids in my area, which is crazy because it's all Republican where I live. It's all Republican where I live.
Oh, it's the same by me. I mean, I'll occasionally see a she-beast walking around the street every now and again.
Yeah, but my local are your local politics where you live? Is it Republican area? Do people vote Republican where you live?
I got the youngest and only female governor to represent my state right now. She's dead on Republican.
Yeah, see, I'm in a Republican stronghold in the part of Long Island I'm in, right? But listen to this. My votes cancel out to New York City's votes because they have so much people living in New York City that whatever the city votes is what the state overall votes towards. So New York City is all Democrat, right? And they vote Democrat constantly. So my votes cancel out. So no matter what I vote, it doesn't really fucking matter, which pisses me off a lot. But that's, that's the way it is. So New York City overpowers the entire state. Whatever New York City decides, basically goes for the whole state.
Well, I must be in a good ass state then, because Little Rock is straight Democrat, and even though Little Rock is probably the biggest city in the state of Arkansas, we overrun Little Rock because everything else is straight red. Like, it's amazing. It amazes me that
Little Cock. You live in Little Cock? I want to vote in Little Cock.
Go vote in Little Cock.
You live in Little Cock. I want to vote in your Little Cock.
I don't have Little Cock, sir.
You got a little cock.
There's a bunch of little cock.
You got a little
I can call
cock.
for.
You need to work that little cock out. Let's work that cock out.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I want to work that cock. Yeah.
I know somebody else in Canada who will gladly
But here's the
Skip.
thing. Wait, what?
Skip. What?
Not you.
The fuck did you just say?
Shut up, bro.
The fuck did you just say, you fucking monkey's ass? What the fuck?
Monkey's ass.
Okay.
Just a little, Skip. Skip. What'd you say, Skip?
I mean, Skip.
I said I'm gonna fuck your asshole. That's what
I'm gonna
I said that.
I'm gonna go down on you like a submarine. Oh,
Good.
fuck yeah.
Are you gonna make me shoot? Am I gonna shoot both my torpedoes?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What's the deal here?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Look, listen, let me tell you something, Bird.
The fuck?
Bird, I'm gonna show you how Alexa is racist.
Show me how Alexa.
I'm telling you, man, Alexa is racist. I will show you guys. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna do a video showing you guys. It's fucking insane.
Are you sure Alexa just hates you? Because Siri hates me. So.
No, dude, Alexa is racist. I'm gonna do a video on it. It's for educational purposes. And I will do a video with in the next 2 days about it, and I'm gonna just put it on the channel. I have to show people. I mean, it's just fucking horrific. It's fucking horrible. I figured it out because somebody came to my house and said some derogatory things into the Alexa, and Alexa started playing music, and I was like, whoa, that's just fucked right there. I'm sorry. Fucked. Totally fucked. Alexa is fucking racist.
Fucking racist.
Yeah, there's no doubt. That's the mushmash.
Racist bitch.
You get the mushmash, you know what I mean? You get the gish gosh goosh gosh. Skip. So basically Biden is saying one thing, right? He's being interviewed, not interviewed, but he's walking past the press, and one of them yells out, is your son blah 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 getting paid from apparently they just said that 3 of your family members received money from China. And he's like, no, not at all, it never happened, right? An hour before that, Hunter Biden's lawyer puts out a tweet or something basically saying, yes, this did happen. 3 people did receive money from China from the into the Biden family, and they confirm it because all this information is about to come out against Hunter Biden and his father and the whole family.
Good. Get his ass
All these people are making money in his family. You know who else he has making money in his family? The chick that he started banging after his brother died, his brother's wife or girlfriend. She's making money off of China. I think the brother is making money off of China, and then his wife and kids are making money off of China. So Biden's family, this entire family, is making money off of China.
Well, Ken, are you surprised? America isn't even owned by America no more.
It's fucked up, dude. It's really fucked up.
China owns every bit of America in a little way possible.
It's just really fucked up that these politicians have all sold out to China.
I mean, let's be real. Everybody on this call fucking knows, Nancy Pelosi and Ben Shapiro, they claim to hate.
Did you hear about Nancy Pelosi's daughter? Did you hear about Nancy Pelosi's daughter?
That she's a slut?
No, it just came out that there's a recording of Nancy Pelosi's daughter, saying that January 6th was set up by my mother and all her friends in the Democrats.
Oh, I believe that.
It was set up. They planned for it to happen. They didn't call in the extra cops, and they told the lieutenants, open the doors for these people, just let them in.
Dude, I said that shit live when you went live when that shit was going on. I said it was a fucking setup.
Yeah,
thought I was
it
fucking
looked
crazy.
well. They already proved that there was FBI and CIA guys in the fucking crowd helping out. Like, there's a video of a guy ripping a window out and then blaming another guy for doing it 2 seconds later, and the guy was like, "This guy's FBI. This guy's FBI," and he was.
We saw, Ken. I'm pretty. Yeah. I forgot my point.
People confirm that this guy is FBI who saw the video. They can confirm that the dude was FBI. They've seen him before. They know him. They said that guy's FBI. There's no doubt. Why was there FBI and CIA agents down there ripping shit down and basically throwing chairs through windows and starting violent shit? It's a whole big setup. Like, how can you not believe it at this point? All the proof is there.
They try to compare it like, oh, it's the most violent time.
Yeah, they're
blah,
comparing
blah.
it to
That's
9/11.
stupid.
Go tell the family members of the people that were jumping off that building and falling fucking 70 floors to their death and splattering like a pancake. Go tell their fucking family members that January 6th was 9/11 all over again, you fucking piece of shit, fucking motherfucking pieces of shit, cocksucking fucking politicians. They will use anything. They don't care. Even if like 500,000 people died in an earthquake, they would be like, I can stop earthquakes if we stop this. They'll use that shit. And they'll be like, all those people that died, I can stop things like that from happening. And it's like, they don't give a fuck. They have no conscience at all. They have no fucking, like, they just don't care. It's just power to them. They are so power hungry. They will use, like, the fear of people. They will use, like, the fucking vulnerability and the means and money and all this to fucking, it's so fucking just ass backwards. The whole system, dude, the whole system needs to be wiped the fuck out. The entire system needs to be wiped the fuck out. Everything. They need to clear a clean slate. The only way that could happen is if this fucking world gets nuked. We need to nuke ourselves, okay? We need to nuke this fucking world.
Let's not nuke ourselves. Let's all fucking gather up arms and all the militia groups in the fucking country, travel up to Washington and fucking raise hell.
Well, dude, if they arrest Trump on Tuesday and they put this guy in handcuffs for money that he gave to a hooker to shut her fucking mouth in 2014, okay? If they arrest him for this and put him in handcuffs for that, and well, these other motherfuckers get away with everything they get away with, taking money from other countries, selling out their countries, being traitors to their countries, having people killed, lying constantly, cheating, right? All this shit. If you're not going to arrest those fucking people, you're going to go arrest Trump and not those people? Well, no, something needs to be done about it, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If that happens, I'm going off.
And I'll tell you this, I'm not the type of person to sit here and be like, if you arrest Trump, we're going to burn down buildings. It's like, no, if you're going to do the right thing and arrest all these other people too, and then let's see who's innocent and let's see who's guilty. Let the chips fall. Bring them all to court. Let's pull it all out. Let's put it all out on the table, and let's see what's what, right? But that's not going to happen. So
nobody has the balls.
So that's not going to happen. But that would happen with Trump. They'll be like, yo, we want to see everything you've done, everything. We want it all out on the table, right? But if it's Biden or one of these guys, Obama or Clinton or this part, nah, we don't need to see anything. Nancy Pelosi's husband, who looks all weird, holding the fucking, some dude in his fucking house, and that whole situation was so weird and faggy-ish, and they were just definitely doing meth and sucking each other off 20 minutes before that. So, you know what I mean? The whole thing is all fucked up, dude. This is all fucked up. We got some evil, crazy, cracked-out motherfuckers running this country. Just whack jobs. Just straight up, just money-hungry, power-hungry, like, would sell out your fucking grandmother, would kill your grandmother if it meant something to them, would destroy your life if it meant something. Like, they don't give a fuck. They don't care nothing about us. Nothing.
They don't.
Why do you think,
That's
dude?
That's what trips me out. Like people actually think that they care.
Dude, what about all those chemical spills all over the country now? This one guy got on air and he starts going, why do you think if you go on a map and you list where all these spills are happening, right? He goes, they're happening in the Bible Belt of the U.S., right? And all these different spots that they're happening in all these different states and all these different spots, if you go mark them all down on a map, you'll find out that it's strategically happening where they're trying to... all right, let me put it to you this way. If this country is armed to the gills. There's more guns in this country, and people own more guns than anywhere else in this world. Okay, we're the only country that is fucking loaded up to the gills. Mostly everybody owns guns. Okay, right, in this country and can defend themselves without a problem. So how do you stop that from happening? You can't do that with an army because you will get a fucking fight back. They know it. They know it. They cannot go gun for gun with all the American people. They know it. So they can't do that. What can they do to take our weapons away? What can they do to stop that from happening? You know what they can do? Have you ever heard of chemical warfare? Have you ever heard of chemical warfare? Right? What happens if they gas all of us? They can just walk in our house and take our guns out then because we'll be dead. They don't need to knock on your door. What was always the biggest fear? Somebody coming and knocking on my door and coming to take my rights and my guns away. No, they don't even need to knock on the door. They'll just be able to walk right in because you know what? They're fucking putting all this train wrecks and all this shit all over the place and they're saying, oh, it's all accidents, all these different things. Bullshit. They're slowly trying to choke us out. They're going to choke us all out. Okay?
Just in a gas mask.
Yeah. My job is go clean up all that shit. And I've noticed lately that these accidents, these so-called spills are happening a lot more often than they supposedly need to. Like,
what about all the fires at food processing plants?
That's another thing.
Chicken farms. All the food supply is purposely being cut off.
Something's on the move.
Well, the whole egg thing too, man. They fucking
yep, that whole thing too. Remember the Georgia Guidestones got fucking bombed?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a reason for that. There was a reason
symbolism.
for that. Yeah. It was time to move to the next phase for the New World Order. And there is no doubt. And I used to sit there and laugh about it and say, dude, the world's always been burning and turning, bro. Stop the shit. We're not in end times. We're nowhere close to it. People fucking 500 years ago thought they were in the end times, okay? So stop the shit. We're not at the end times. The world's going to go on. We're going to, you know what? I'm not so sure about that anymore.
That's exactly my position too, because I'm as critical thinking about that, and saying,
Yeah.
oh well, this happens every century, blah blah blah. But yeah, now things are
Yeah,
looking
because you want to know
kinda
something?
weird.
I'll tell you this right now. When you're sitting there and you're having Republicans, let alone the Democrats, because all the Democrats are saying this, but then you're having Republicans say it too, when they're sitting there and they're saying something like, well, the end of the war with Russia and where are they fighting again? Why do I keep forgetting that?
Ukraine.
Ukraine, right? The end of the war means Putin is either dead or out of power, right? And I say to myself, well, who takes over Russia then, right? Because nobody knows who would take over Russia then. But hello, do you realize that whoever does take over Russia, if this guy doesn't press the button knowing, okay, they're going to take me out, there's no way he's going to just sit there and let himself be taken out, Putin. There is no way that's happening. So you can bet your ass off if they're going to try to take Putin out, he's probably going to hit that button. But if he doesn't get a chance to, and there's a coup and they try to stop him from doing that, who is in charge of Russia after that? Who's in charge of the biggest goddamn fucking nuclear arsenal on the face of the earth? Who's in charge of that? Well, who knows? Who if it's some guy who walks in and he's like, I'm going to fucking just do it, I don't care, and he just boom, right? Who knows, right? But these assholes are all calling for this guy to be taken out. That's the only way out of this war. That's the only way we could stop this from happening. How about you don't butt in and you let them fucking go fight their fucking war and you fuck off? okay? And you not get involved, okay? Because this is leading into now where we're eventually going to be fighting boots on the ground there. Watch.
Don't take money from American taxpayers to pay for or Canadian taxpayers.
I'm getting a little fucking sick of that too. I'm getting a little sick of not being able to buy
all the money that was donated to Ukraine. It could have gone to pay for all the
look at this. Look at this real quick, okay? This is a chicken place called Popeyes. Maybe you heard of it, right? Okay, the prices are so high in one place in California that they started a fucking meme about it. Okay, a meme, because if you look at the prices, it is so, and I got news for you. It's not just like that in California. It's like that all over the place, because the other night we went to order something, me and my wife, and for my father. And it was so fucking expensive. We could not believe it. This is happening everywhere now with everything.
Explain this, because
inflation is through the roof.
The numbers are small, and I can't really see what's included in the meal. Like, just explain it. Like,
well, they're like $80 for a fucking 40-piece chicken thing for a family. You know, for like a family
$80 for 40 pieces.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane. The price is it's insane, bro. It's fucking insane. My point is, everything has gone up everywhere, astronomically. Especially here where I'm from, everything is like double. It's double. Okay, everything is double where I live. It's fucking insane. Everything, milk, fucking this, that. Meanwhile, all of our money is going overseas to a fucking war that we have nothing to do with. All of our ammo, all of our fucking tanks, all of our planes, all of our like, are we kidding? Who the fuck are we kidding? We're letting this president and these people just take whatever we have and just give it away. Like our oil, just take it and give it away. Like our farms, just take it and sell it to China. Like all of our politicians are all on the take. Every politician's on the take. All these fucking cops are on the take. All these fucking... This is getting out of hand, man. This is getting out of hand. And I no longer think that the world's been burning and turning, like I said. No, the world hasn't always... No, this is the beginning of the fucking end. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced of it. Because there is so much crazy shit and so much corruption and backwoods bullshit that they're putting people in charge of nuclear waste in our country. They're hiring people that know nothing about it because they represent some kind of sex or color or religion, and that's why they're hiring them and putting them into these spots that they get to appoint these people to. They get to appoint these people to these spots, right? They don't get elected in. They don't get... No, and they don't take... Obviously, this president doesn't take from the best people available. He just takes whoever the fuck fits whatever narrative they're looking for, whatever gender, whatever message that they want to put out. Oh, look at us. We're the first presidency that hired gays and whack jobs and this and that at every position we could. Like, I don't give a fuck who you're hiring. I just care that you're hiring the right person for the job. I don't care what that person looks like. I don't care if the right person for the job has 3 cocks and puts them inside of an asshole at night. I don't care what that person does. But I know that that person is the right person for the job and is going to get rid of all the nuclear waste the right way, because they're very smart, and that's why they're there, because they're smart and they know what they're doing. These people are there because they got tits and they're fucking a 50-year-old man. Or this one is a carpet muncher and loves fucking chowing down on box, and she's, 25 years old and is a hardcore liberal.
I'll be honest,
you know what I mean? Like, come on.
This is just more
Enough.
affirmative action, to be honest, because it's not based on merit. It's based on how many people can we fill the quota with.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. I am totally fucking sick of it. And now you want to go erase the one fucking dude that thought, you know what? I'm going to fucking drain you cocksuckers out of this fucking swamp. I'm going to drain every one of you. And you know what? Maybe he didn't get to do what he told us he was going to do. And he didn't. But he had asses. He had so many fingers up his ass from day one. It's not even funny. I can't believe the guy had time to shit while he was president. Okay? Because he had so much up against him like no other president has faced. And I know he sounds like an asshole when he sits there and he says, I'm the best president ever. I'm better than Washington. I'm better than Lincoln. And he does say this shit. He legit says this shit.
He's not a politician. and that's the best
That's the
part
thing,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but when he says I'm the best president of all time, I'm better than Washington, I'm better. Like it's like shut up, Trump. Like don't you sound like an asshole. But and
You know
that's
what?
fine.
I encourage that.
And you know what? That's
again,
fine.
He's the MJF of the.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with him sounding like an asshole, obviously, because you know what? I wouldn't have voted for him as soon as that grab him by the pussy thing came out. I wouldn't have voted for the guy, all right? But
Really?
I wouldn't have, because you know what? Like, I was like, you know what? If he's a if he's being a fucking, like, weirdo asshole with other women and sniffing them and touching them and doing weird shit, I don't want him as president. But you know what?
Hold on. For somebody who was, a philanderist like JFK, he was probably the last honest and open president of the United States before, obviously, he was assassinated for that reason. And, I mean, men in prominent positions have affairs.
Well, that's what I was going to do. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, at least this president isn't going up to fucking 13-year-olds and smelling their neck and making weird fucking statements in front of their parents and touching their shoulders and fucking, you know what I mean? At least he's not, at least this president isn't showering with his daughter till she's fucking 45. And you know what I mean? Like this weird.
And Ken,
man,
you said you were talking about this. You said that you're like, what was her name? Like Jill Biden. It was his, she was 15 years old when she was babysitting his kids. While his wife was in hospital suffering from cancer, he was fucking her. And then eventually she became his wife. Doctor. But it's a doctor. It's not even, she's not a fucking medical doctor.
No, she's not. She's a fucking, yeah, no. It's, dude, you know what? Come to find out, somebody said to me, was it ever really what we thought it was? And I was like, yeah, it was at one point. It was, you know what? It was America the Great, but it's not anymore. It's not anymore because people have
Why
squandered
else are people risking their lives to cross into the country?
Well, it's better. It's obviously a better place to live for a lot of people that are out there in this world, and their country's completely fucked up, and they're in some third world country. They have to drink piss water in the backyard of their hut. Like, I get it. You come here, and you probably could. If you're a hard worker, you can make a damn good life for yourself here. You definitely could. You could have kids, family.
Look at the Cuban Americans.
Right? There's no doubt. You could still do that. You could still do that. And when they asked Kamala Harris the other day on a fucking show with that other idiot, it's all propagandists, bro. They're all these comedians, not all of them, but most of them that have like shows on fucking like major networks, they are all the same ass-kissing fake fucks that I've ever seen. They sit there and they fucking blow smoke up these politicians' assholes, and they try to be politically correct, and it's like, dude, just be yourself, all right? If you're really a flake like that, then you're a flake like that. But don't pretend. Don't pretend. If you're not, and you're a person who's like, in reality, I really can't stand all this shit and I hate it, but when I do my show, I just act this way, then you are such a fake fuck because you're so afraid to speak up. You know what I mean? You should be fucking...
they're afraid to get canceled. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. They just fall in line. Yeah, it's like Nazi Germany. It's like Nazi Germany, like falling in line, like to the Führer. Like, oh no, like you got to have the Führer hanging on your wall, or else you're fucking... these weird fucks, and I don't know, man. This whole country is just ass backwards fucking, just horrible fucking country we live in right now. These people that are running
it's like all these like, influencers and YouTubers, like
they're bored out too. I come to find out that these people are bored out too, bro. They're paid to fucking say things and to push people certain positions in certain ways like this.
Remember when the whole pandemic started and they had all these actors go on and like make a clip, like, so you had all the Avengers coming on and saying, Trump is bad, or take the jab. Again, it should be evident to everyone. It's propaganda. When you have all these actors that, again, they're paid to fucking pretend, to be somebody. They are inherent liars, essentially. But all these propaganda, how can it not be fucking evident to so many people? Like, you're gonna listen to a celebrity? Their opinion matters more than your own fucking common sense? Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
just do research. That's all you have to do. Do your own research.
That's it.
Nobody
Just do the
wants to do that
research.
anymore. They
That's
read
what
the
I'm
headline,
saying.
but they don't read the article. At the last paragraph, they say, "Well, everything in this article is wrong."
You
Have
know
you
what?
guys seen
You know
that,
what?
bro?
Listen, dude, I used to be halfway on a lot of things, like, because I would try to look objectively both sides, and I would try to come somewhere in the middle. I'm like very fastly fucking floating to one side now, that because I don't believe everything, and I know not everything's true, but man, the shit that I've seen in the last like fucking 3-4 months with the lying that went on with this January 6th shit, the lying that's going on with the Bidens and fucking China lying about fucking COVID and killing people all over this fucking world, to think that this woman got on a show like 2 years ago when it first happened, and she was a Chinese woman that was obviously there in this lab at one point. They said, "Oh, so you think it leaked from the lab?" And she was like, "Yes, it did leak from the lab." And then, okay, it leaked from the lab, and you're thinking, "Oh man, what a bunch of dumb fucks. Somebody got it, went home and leaked it," right? No, she turned around and said, "No, it was done on purpose. China did it on purpose."
There's a video of
On purpose.
Obama inspecting that actual laboratory in 2014, I believe. And
then Fauci lying.
It's out there for people to see.
Dude, I thought, okay, you know what? All these people hate Fauci, and they're just saying he's a scumbag and he's lying and he's doing this and he's doing that, and it's all bullshit because they just hate him. They're just making this up. It's not true. He's denying all this shit. All these other politicians are maybe believing the rumors that they're hearing, and that's why they're questioning him. And this is what I was maybe thinking, because I was thinking, you know what? Maybe Fauci ain't that bad of a guy that wants to hurt people and wants to do this and wants to do that. No, Fauci is a nutbag. The motherfucker's a crazy motherfucker, bro. If you go back and you look at some of the mistakes that he made and some of the shit he said when COVID first came out, and you listen to what he said now, you're scratching your head like, whoa, this is a doctor telling you to do this? This is a doctor?
Yeah, you must have heard about in the 80s when he was investigating the AIDS.
Yeah,
epidemic.
dude, he would go into these fucking bathhouses.
He was actually sort of like, he got a huge portion of the gay protesters to go against him, saying like, this guy's actually purposely killing people by the way that he's
I heard all about it.
medical fucking procedure.
He was going into bathhouses and trying to convince gay guys that had AIDS to go back to his laboratory or to let him draw blood off of them.
Yep. And other things.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But this guy, you know what's even crazier, dude, is this is the problem with all politics, all fucking governments, is that you have unelected bureaucrats. They say, trust the science, trust this guy Fauci, who not only gets stocks in all these different companies, he's fucking in power, basically, for 30 fucking years. Like they say, oh, well, he's been like
appointed. And it's an appointed spot. Right?
It's not elected.
It's not even an electable spot, bro.
To anybody.
Yeah, working for the fucking government for 30 some odd years in a spot that somebody put him there, right? In this important spot. And meanwhile, this guy during the fucking AIDS epidemic and you know what? A lot of people say AIDS were created by a government too, right? Remember that big rumor back in the day? People would laugh about that, and they'd go, no, AIDS was, come on, that's so crazy. That's so out there. That can't be true. But now fast forward when fucking COVID came out, and now knowing what we're starting to learn now even more and confirming shit we already knew, but now we're starting to confirm that, this shit was leaked on purpose. That, it was made to fucking, it does have spike proteins from fucking AIDS in it. And that's why some of these people that are testing positive for COVID are also testing positive for AIDS.
It's called VAIDS, virus-induced
fucked up
immunity deficiency. So VAIDS. But it's a strain of AIDS.
Yep.
But again, AIDS was created by the biochemical division of the U.S. Army, I believe, in Fort Detrick.
Yeah, and people would laugh at you if you said anything like that years ago, bro. People would laugh at you and go, yo, listen to this conspiracy theorist, bro. You know, now it's really? Is it that crazy?
It's been declassified.
Is it that far-fetched to believe that now? what we've been through in the last 4 years, 3 years, whatever it is it that far-fetched to believe that all this shit and more to come?
It's not about believing. It's
More to
about
come.
It's about researching. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen the documents, the declassified documents by the government saying, yep, we developed this biological chemical program, and we targeted blacks and gays during the 1980s.
And there's more to come.
Reduce those populations.
There's more to come too, because now they also went and did all this shit where they like reacted it, kind of like fucking Aaron Rodgers, how he sat in a fucking dark room for 3 days pondering retirement and playing. These people sat down at a table and simulated all this shit before it even happened. They knew how it was going to go down, what was going to go down, little businesses, keeping the big stores open, closing now that's what's kind of going on with the banks right now. Is funny how that dumb bitch that fucking Biden put in charge of financial shit, she comes on today and says, we're going to save the banks with the big names. We're not saving these little banks that are going under. They can go under. We don't really. You know what? Obviously, you're only going to save the banks that you have your fucking pitty little hands in and you can control, because the mom and pop banks throughout America, once those fail and only the big boys are left, then bang, hello, they're going to roll out cashless.
The same as the media.
They're going to roll, dude, they're ready.
All of them.
They're ready to roll out cashless everything. Cashless everything. No more cash.
Consolidate everything.
Yeah, no more cash. No more cash.
The media, instead of having like fucking 300 independent fucking.
Have you ever heard that, Dave? Have you ever heard the saying "cash is king"? Have you ever heard that saying, Dave? Cash is king. That's a saying that's been around for a long time. Cash is king. Everywhere you went, cash made it work, made the world go around. Cash, the dollar bill, the fucking American dollar bill, made the world go around. Cash, right? And now guess what? All Major League Baseball parks throughout the U.S., all fucking arenas, all fucking like certain businesses and all this, nobody takes cash anymore. Nobody takes cash anymore. Soon, I think right now, you're able to get like fucking, you're able to use your credit card with the ice cream man that drives by your house.
Yeah,
you're able to.
It goes back to my theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the mark of the beast is three different things. It's digital currency, it's the jabby jab, and it's a digital ID.
Yep.
Combine
and
those
that's
together,
all coming.
you
that's
have
all,
full control.
That's all coming. That's all on its way. It's already here. It's already here. Yo, let me tell you something.
That is the mark.
COVID pushed us in this direction even further and faster than we would have been already. And they know that. The people that did this to this world, they know that. The people that are all in charge, that are deciding on these things, they all know it. And there's going to be more coming down the pike. Protect your loved ones. You know what? I think COVID took my mother. I'll sit here and I'll tell you guys that right straight up. COVID had so much to do with my mother's death. There is no coincidence that my mother got the COVID shot, right? And 2 years ago, and ever since she got it, her fucking life went, her quality of life went plummeted. Because 2 years ago, my mother just drove to Florida with my father, and they had a great fucking time. They both get the COVID shot. My mother starts falling apart, and so does my father. And you know what it did? It brought out the Agent Orange defects in my father, which weren't there to begin with. They were not there. My father planted a garden that was bigger than the fucking factory. I couldn't believe how much shit he did in the yard last spring. It was just like a year ago. Oh, like 2 years ago. And now he's like, he can't do that shit. And that's ever since that COVID shot. And same thing with my mother. Like, my mother just went downhill ever since she got that COVID shot, man. It increased all the things that were wrong with her. It made it worse, like tenfold. Like a little thing like this, it like made it into tenfold. It like made it that much worse.
How old did
has your family got the jabby jab, Ken?
No, not my family, not my kids, not my wife, not myself.
No, because
no fucking way.
I didn't know how Shannon felt about it.
Yeah, no way, bro. No way am I letting my kids get that shit. Absolutely not.
No, but see, now it's coming out that they were wrong, and people like me, conspiracy theorists, were proven correct. And you're more likely now, if you've been jabbed, to contract this weaponized flu.
And they used to tell you the opposite of that. I love it.
Purposely from, labs in China.
Yeah. They used to tell you the opposite of that. And they used to be like, no, this will prevent you from getting COVID. Shut the fuck up, weirdos.
Oh, they've updated their fucking lies multiple times.
And now,
they
and
expect
Dave,
many people to forget what happened in the past. Unfortunately, people are so stupid these days that they do forget what they said 2 weeks ago.
did you guys see the food pyramid, bro, lately? Okay, cornflakes and Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms, dude. Lucky Charms are rated better than a fucking whole wheat or like wheat or bread or like I forgot what it was, but it's
Can
rated.
you show this graphic? Because I have not seen this.
Dude, it's insane, man. It is fucking insane. Let me see if I can find it.
It's better than the eggs or something like that.
But if you guys know, if you guys looked into this, obesity, which is now something they're talking about because it's already too late. But obesity started to just ramp up.
What do you call that thing, dude? The what is that? The food pyramid?
Yeah.
Yeah. But obesity started, and you start to see a lot of artificial ingredients introduced into the American diet at that point. You know these sweeteners, these I can't remember what they're called.
Aspartame, that shit.
Yeah, well, they got some of them. Well, they eventually used aspartame for a long time. I can't remember what they initially started with, but aspartame, which they include in Diet Coke. It's like, half the calories. Meanwhile, the stuff actually encourages body growth and fat content, and people were getting fatter. And Donald Rumsfeld actually forced that through the FDA when he worked for them, knowing that it was bad for people. But that is how this shit works. People need to remember that a chemical that you can't pronounce, if you look at the ingredients, if you ever do on a product, if you can't pronounce that fucking that product, that ingredient, is probably not good for you. You'll have other things.
Oh yeah,
milk, flour, and butter. I don't know, but you'll see actual good ingredients on products out there. But you got to be aware about your health and what you're fucking consuming. Okay. Guys, I'm sure you can agree.
Dave, go ahead and say what you're going to say. I got to tell you this after this. Go ahead.
The medical industry in America and in much of the Western world is a scam. They need sick people. What's it called? Fucking patient cured is a customer lost. So you keep people sick, and then you provide so you feed them shitty food, keep them sick, make them sick, and then, you got drugs. But, you're going to be addicted to those drugs, and you can't get off those drugs. You're going to go to another drug and another drug. But you'll stay fucking in this system forever. You'll stay sick. You'll stay, weak. And you won't be able to focus on the crimes we are committing on you, literally trying to kill you.
It make you dependent on the drugs.
That too. Yeah.
Been there, done that. I'm a victim of the drug
That's
use.
why I stay away from
it's
medicine.
$1 billion business. The fast foods, the shit food that they give you, the ingredients that they give you in food, and the medical industry, $1 billion, $1 trillion business, keeping people alive just enough to be able to continue to pay for that product.
Nice.
Dave, so listen to this, guys. Listen to this shit. They found, so this baby, right, was born in this woman's, belly, right? And they found out that this baby was, when it was so young, it grew a tumor, right? And this tumor was such an aggressive tumor like they never saw before. Like it was one in a gazillion tumors that grew that they've never seen. That is the most aggressive tumor they've ever seen growing. Right, and they found it on this baby that basically the mother had to get an abortion or get the baby taken out because the baby might have died or something was wrong due to I think that tumor or something. So they took this baby out and they find out they looked at this tumor that was on this baby, and they come to find out that this tumor is like 1 in a gazillion, like I said, and they started to like look at its DNA and how it grows and what it grows and what's making it so aggressive and this and that. Then all of a sudden, they also found the same type of tumor grew on this black woman who was like middle-aged black woman, right? Never had a tumor before. All of a sudden, it grew on her, and it grew so fast that 4 months later, she was dead. It was so big that it grew inside her body and it killed her. And like 4 months later, she was dead from the first time that they found it when it was small. It was nothing. It grew so fast, so quick. Long story short, scientists took these two people that they found over the years with these tumors, and they started like looking into like what made it grow and this and that. They are so far into these tumors now, why this happened and what kind of tumor it was and the makeup of it and the biological shit behind it, that they found a way to make these tumors basically grow without even a host. They can make it grow in an incubator or some kind of weird like setup that they can actually put these tumors into. And if you introduce like the right environment type of thing with it, it'll keep growing. So basically now they found a way to grow human like meat, basically meat, right?
That
And
scares the
now that they know how to do that, they're thinking, hey, we might be able to do this for the food industry in this country or in this world and grow this meat that keeps growing, where you can make it look like a steak and make it taste like a steak, make it look like chicken and taste like chicken, make it look like this or that, and sell it to people. And it just keeps growing. We don't need to kill cows. We don't need to kill this or that. We can keep growing this meat. If we learn how to like do this and we learn how to do it with these cells, we learn how to grow meat. We can keep doing this throughout the world.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a few years, trying to perfect this shit.
Yeah, they are. And now they're coming really
and
close
they're
to where
3D printers too.
So fucked up, dude, that they want us to be eating our own meat and bugs in the future.
And bugs. Yes,
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. So we are headed towards some fucking medieval times, bro, in this world. Like we're headed back to medieval shit. Like,
And if you look into this, the cultures, primitive cultures that do eat current day eat bugs and stuff. They are much less resilient to disease. They're very apathetic, and they don't really fight against any sort of incursion on them or like enforcement of tyrannical rules. So they're basically mind dead slaves. Really. That's the purpose. That's why they want to switch the diet on everyone. Eat bugs and fake meat, and it lowers testosterone in men. It actually causes people to be apathetic and not really care, get into this sort of buzzed mind sort of thing. Okay, Bird, I'm going to say this because people have been saying this in chat for a while. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with your audio? Okay, this is really...
What you talking about?
For an hour, I've been fucking just like trying to be chill, try to, keep the attitude of the
I'm
show.
not even looking at the chat.
But oh my God, dude, like it's just like it sounds like you're on a respirator.
Yeah,
Biden did say that.
sick,
Yo,
man.
real quick.
Yo, don't agree with Dave.
Yo, real quick, Biden did say that. Oh, I might be Irish, but I'm not stupid. On fucking St. Patrick's Day, this guy turns around.
What?
I'm not stupid, and I don't have any relatives.
Yeah,
in
who
jail.
got arrested in jail because, Irish are stupid and drink and go to jail, because they're Irish. Now, if he would have said that about some other race or color, it would have been a fucked up, scenario. But it's okay.
It's still fucked up that he said that about the Irish.
It's okay, right, that he said that about them. And this guy fucking claims that he comes from every background. He tells you that he grew up with Puerto Ricans. He tells you he grew up with black. He grew up with fucking, Spanish. He grew up with Irish. Again, today, he's like, oh, everybody's Irish where I lived. And I was growing up Catholic and Irish. And I'm like, dude, you're a jack of all fucking trades in your brain, huh? Fucking guy, dude. I got to take a piss again. I'll be right back. I hate Biden, man. I really fucking do.
He's a puppet. That's all he is.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about that because, like, you know that he's just like, whatever. I'll just do whatever you guys want,
Being controlled.
And fuck Justin Trudeau, who's currently fucking up Canada even more. And
yeah, dude, that guy's a real piece of shit, huh?
And
that guy, he really fucked up Canada, dude. Like, Canada is like so fucking different now, dude. They're like getting rid of you know, they got rid of guns, bro, like altogether. Like it's insane. Like handguns, you're not allowed to own a handgun.
Well, it didn't pass exactly as they wanted to propose it, but you can still own handguns. But there's different. Go take a piss. I don't mean.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
But yeah, so basically, there's different licenses. It's not. It's a privilege provided by the government. It's not like you Americans have, and you guys have to realize this. It is, for you guys, it's a God-given right. It is something that is inalienable. In Canada, it's provided to you. It's a privilege. And you can own a long gun, as they call them, which is a rifle, shotgun, or, you know, bolt action, maybe semi-automatic. But if you're, you know, that's a long gun. But if it's an AR-15, an actual AR-15, that's considered restricted. Okay? So there's 3 different licenses. So restricted, under that also goes certain handguns. They have to have a certain barrel length. They can't be really snubby and small. But you know, certain calibers are considered restricted. Then there is prohibited. See how? Let me get to that in a second. Prohibited. These are guns like machine guns, like a Tommy gun, like I don't know, a certain type of a MAC-10, for example, certain pistols, certain scary. This is how they do it in Canada. Scary-looking black rifles. You know, they look militaristic, so they just naturally just define something scary, and they do that. 3 different licenses. Okay, the last one, prohibited, unless you're a cop, very powerful political figure, you don't get to carry around a pistol. But if you've got the regular license, you can go hunting. But it's, I mean, I could go for hours about how, and I've done the fucking licensing. I've gone through it all. It's they do a background check on you. They check with previous. This is how invasive it is. They check with previous people that you fucked, that you were cohabited with, that you were in a relationship with. They check in with them to check whether or not you were a stable individual. Then they need 2 other references to see whether or not, and it can't be family. That you are a trustable individual, that you don't have any psychotic issues, anything like that.
Fucking
so
weird.
I got my licenses. So
fucking weird shit.
Good.
So you've got to
crazy.
go through a lot in Canada.
So that's
in America,
obviously
God gave you that right.
But that's obviously what he wanted overall, because he was trying to go for that for years, right? Trudeau, right?
Yeah, from the get-go. As soon as even before he got in, he was saying, yeah, we really have to crack down on crime by banning guns. And everyone who has a brain knows that criminals don't give a fuck about the law. So it doesn't matter if guns are outlawed, they're still going to use them.
Yeah.
Just like you see in every other country that they've tried to do
Plain
that.
and simple, man. If you take away guns from the people, then only the criminals have it. And that's the bottom line. Because you've seen it too many times, like, happen where, you know, the criminals are going to get the guns no matter what. So it doesn't matter what, you know, it's the good people that won't have guns.
In a couple of hours, I could get a gun.
What?
Plain and simple. Like, if I wanted to, in a couple of hours, I could get a gun.
Yeah, I mean, even I could in New York still, believe it or not.
I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah, I could.
Ken, is it harder for you? Is it harder for you to get a gun in New York, or is it?
It is. It is a lot, dude.
to get
Listen,
one?
listen. My brother-in-law just moved to the Carolinas, right? He told me, bro, up here and go buy fucking handgun. So easy, just buy that shit, right? Florida, you could just go buy that shit, basically, right? New York, they make the stupidest fucking laws, bro. They have one law that, okay, you have a New York State license for a firearm, but if you drive through New York City, you're not allowed to have it on your person. You have to put it in the back of your car. And then if they find it on you, you could still be arrested. And like, there's a lot of weird gray areas with the laws here. But the bottom line is you can't, it's almost like you got to suck somebody off to get a fucking license for a pistol on Long Island. There's such a waiting list. It takes so long. You got to have like fucking 900 references. It's insane. right? And then you fucked, and then you have to prove why you need it. You know, not you
Well,
can't just turn around,
really?
dude. You can't just turn around and say, "Well, I want one just for protection at my home." They'll be like, "Nope, you're not getting it now." Like you got to be a jeweler, or you got to be like an armed car fucking or a security something like that to get it. You know what I mean?
You have to have a gun?
Yeah, but
Really?
you could walk into Walmart and go buy a shotgun in 2 seconds right now. I could go walk into Walmart and buy a fucking long gauge fucking blow the fucking head off your body shotgun.
Okay, and I got a question then, because you would think that a pistol, they make pistols
Pistola.
at 21 years old.
Pistola. Yeah.
Shotguns at 18.
Yeah.
But shotguns are more deadly. Can someone explain? And I'm a huge.
No. It
Yeah, go
depends
ahead,
on-
Dave.
If it's close combat, then the shotgun is not good, because these things are what, 27, 23 inch length.
The point that I'm trying to make is that they're easy as fuck to get, but you.
But you can't. I mean,
I'm listening.
you can get them easy, but are you trained on them? I mean,
See, a
can
shotgun
you
is not as easy as
combat?
people think it is. Like, to shoot
With a
somebody
pistol,
with a
yes.
shotgun, it's not as simple as people think it is.
yeah, it's not like the movies. It's not like.
It's not. It's not like you just point and fuck.
Do you have a strong shoulder, or you know?
Fuck.
He's got a strong arm, though. I'll tell you that. No.
Shit,
but,
I thought
yo,
I had it bad.
Listen,
I got a shotgun I keep by my bed in case, God forbid, somebody wants to actually.
but I got to tell you, man, like a guy like my cousin,
I got-
Chris, he's armed to the T's, bro. Like that dude has all the kinds of shit you could possibly imagine. Like, you know, so in New York State, you could still arm yourself up and fucking, you know, you could still do, you know, protect yourself and all that shit.
That's
but
right. It's New York City that's the fucking problem. The rest of the states seems to be
but a
quite
lot of people in the city do have guns, but it's just illegal. They're all illegal. You know what I mean? Like most people, like 90%, it's illegal. They own a firearm. You know.
I am so glad I live in a Republican ass state.
Dude, let me tell you, man. Another 8 years on Long Island, and I'm
Oh, it
out.
sucks here.
I'm out of here.
It sucks here.
I'm out of here in 8 years.
I feel bad for Dave because didn't Trudeau make it illegal to buy one anyway? Like regardless.
No, I was just explaining that that bill didn't go through because
I didn't hear
was,
that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of discontention and
a lot of loopholes.
You know, a lot of people spoke up about it. And Steve Fulton says shotgun is close combat.
I saw that.
No, you go to a Walmart, you buy a regular shotgun, okay, not one with a collapsible stock, not one with a fucking shorter barrel, okay? Okay. Sure. And no, it's not a fucking close combat. Again, trying to wield that in a narrow fucking hallway, get the fuck out of here. A pistol is much easier in that regard
Pistola.
to be able to do close combat.
Facts.
Pistola.
Get out.
Pistola. I want you to touch my pistola.
Pistola.
I want you to touch my
I like the way you
pistola.
say that.
Please touch my pistola.
Pistola?
I want you to touch onto my pistola with your fingers. I want you to use your fingers onto my pistola. And I want you to touch it. And I want you to feel my pistola inside your body.
Pistola?
No.
Inside your body. I want you to feel this pistola inside your body.
Pistola.
Shut the fuck up, bird, before I lick the pistola inside
Oh, please do.
Shut the fuck up, bird, before I suck on the pistola.
Do it.
Viral
You
this.
nasty bitch.
I fight to eradicate. Viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. And until they release the flight logs, you, the mainstream media, Hollywood, are all pedophiles to me. Eat dick.
Yeah.
Eat dick, he says.
Who's that?
UFC fighter.
Yeah, this UFC
really?
guy.
Oh, shit.
As soon as he got on the mic, he said that. Jimmy Kimmel? Yo, I hate Jimmy Kimmel, bro. I cannot stand that fucking guy, man.
Yeah, he's a fucking show.
Oh, I
but,
fucking hate that dude.
Can you show that video maybe for Schleppy and the people? The one where he finishes his bout there in UFC and he just starts to straight out call this shit out.
I just have the audio of it.
Oh, you've never seen the video?
I saw the video, yeah, but I just have the audio right now.
Oh,
I have to look for the pistola.
Yeah, he basically he wins his match in UFC, and then he just goes to the girl and he just starts to fucking talk about this shit.
Yeah, he just because you know what it was. He was waiting for the right time.
Yep.
And he got it. He
No,
want-
but that's perfect. That is a way to get back at
Yeah.
the
Yep.
machine.
Yep.
It's like you take these opportunities and you're like, no, I'm not gonna fucking just say, oh, I'm so great, blah, blah. No, this is a time for me to get to these people, and this guy did a fucking service to everyone.
He did, man.
Need more people like that.
Yeah, I agree.
They more famous people to
Courage.
speak up and say shit like that.
And Dana White, he doesn't take shit.
No,
from
Dana
these-
White's awesome, bro. I love that dude.
These people were like, again, when like this guy got sick with COVID, and he's like, oh, I got ivermectin. Oh, and then the media, like during the fucking media scrum, like you had these reporters trying to push the fucking narrative. Oh, well, Joe Rogan this and like horse paste that. He's like, no, hold on. This thing's been approved for 90 years. My doctor recommended it to me, and I took it, and I got better in fucking 3 days.
Dave, is
You're
that
gonna
the
tell me
same?
this is wrong?
Dave, is that the same guy that just said that? The same guy who said, "No way, man. I like fucking, I like Joe Rogan. He's a good dude. Fuck that." Like, because they were saying Joe Rogan was racist. And,
Possibly.
And
Dana
this,
White's the owner of UFC.
well, this dude stood up and fucking like stood up for him and said, "There is no way he is racist. You guys are pushing this narrative through the media." Because remember when they put out that shit of him like saying the N-word a couple of months ago?
I think so. Yeah,
Joe Rogan, they got him saying the N-word, and they tried to like push him off this platform.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yes.
that. It flopped. It flopped.
Yeah, because and one of the dudes from the UFC came out and defended him, man. And I think it might be the same dude that said that. I'm not sure.
Character assassination. It's again like, oh, somebody's like onto something. Oh, well, let's just bring up something from 10 years ago and see if it fucking sticks.
Yeah. Yep, that's basically what
we've
it
all
is.
said some stupid shit in the past. Like, fucking, we all grow up. We all change and shit. Like,
I love
also time changed.
Dude, you
Time
know what
change.
I love seeing? I love seeing fucking CNN just fire every fucking show that they had. They fired every fucking Don Lemon, that fat dude who fucking was such a weird fuck that with the high squeaky voice. They fucking fired the other person, that chick. They fired so many people because their channel is so bad right now, man. They get no ratings whatsoever. And dude, did you see that shit with the body bags? Okay, so they're reporting live from I guess it wasn't what?
Ukraine?
I don't know if it was Ukraine or a different country like next. Well, it was probably Ukraine, but they're reporting live from wherever, Ukraine or wherever. And
I think I know what you're
in
talking
back of the reporter, there's body bags. Okay.
Yes,
and there's like 1,000 people dead, body bags everywhere. And they're basically going, yo, this is fucked up. What's going on here? People are dying like crazy. Meanwhile, the body bag starts blowing in the wind and it lifts up and it shows a guy in there turn and try to grab the body bag and throw it back over him. And then all of a sudden, 5 seconds later, you look at the other body bags and there's all people moving.
What the fuck?
They're all moving in the body bags.
It's even further. There's a woman that runs up to the guy
And
who
tries to
sits
cover
up
him,
in his
yeah.
body bag and tries to fucking
Yeah,
zip it back.
tries
up
to
again.
zip it back up for him and cover him. And the other person's like, nice try. You think you might want to tell these people who are acting to maybe play dead a little bit better? Because that was pretty shitty. And, it just goes to show you that, I saw this video years ago where they were reporting live from Iraq, the first war, right? And they were like, we're live in Iraq where we're getting hit with shells right now in the airport and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they stopped the live broadcast, but they're still recording. And then they show that they're at CNN headquarters. They're in the back of CNN acting like they were in Iraq at an airport that was being bombed and shelled. And it's like, man, what the fuck? And I was always like, wow, they'll do that shit. And then to see that video the other day of these body bags moving around and people in them, it's like, man, what are you guys what kind of games they are playing with us?
That's an old clip, dude.
Yeah, that other clip. Yeah, that other clip is really old.
The body bags,
but it goes to show you.
Years old.
No, the one with the body bags was recent.
Dude, I'm almost certain that, like, send me the link, but like, I've seen exactly.
I'm telling you, they were reporting live from Battlefield. They said.
Well, this brings me to my next point: is that I don't know if you tweeted this out, but they've got photos of like a building, like a skyscraper or like apartment building, hit by a supposed missile, and then then they show the actual building like current day, and it doesn't have any of the damage that the missile caused.
So fucked
So
up,
like
man.
there's a lot of fake photos going out about the supposed attack on fucking Ukraine.
God.
Oh my God, like there's so much we could talk about when it comes to Ukraine.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. I know. Well, what is going on here?
But more
Memory
important,
saver.
you said the point. Let them fucking deal with that shit. Where's the UN in all this? UN's not doing shit. NATO's like saying, oh, let's like nuke Russia and shit. Where's the UN saying, let's have peace? Isn't that their fucking job? But the UN's nowhere. Why? Because they're bought and paid.
Dude, I haven't been. My donations have not been working right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you believe
What?
that shit? I don't think they've been working.
Did not know.
Yeah, I don't think they're working. Hold on one second. I don't think they're fucking working because. Wait a second. Are these today or?
Well, I'll stay quiet.
Well, I don't know, man. My shit is like still not right. This I can't find out what the fuck is wrong with the stream elements. It's just I don't know what the fuck it is, but let me see here.
All right.
Yeah, there's a couple that. Wait, did we get that in? Oh no. I think we're up to date. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think I was wrong. All right, we're good. But anyway, yeah. So we're fucked. And wait, what is this? What does this mean, Dave? Do you know what memory saver mode Chrome is?
I guess your browser, Chrome, is probably recognizing a lot of memory usage. So it's trying to tell you, oh, maybe you want to shut this down or
That's
something.
what it is. Okay. That might be what the fucking problem is with my shit. But Danny MT, man, I saw you in there, bro. If you want to come in, call in. I shouted you out before. Yes, I am cool with Danny. We don't have no beef. I don't have no beef with anybody. All right. I don't have any will towards anybody. Especially Danny. Danny was very kind to me when my mom passed. He was one of the guys that fucking hit me up, and said nice things to me and fucking any way he could help type of thing. And there was a lot of people that did that, especially, I'm going to name them on the Patreon thing that I do next, like name people that I want to thank, because there are a lot of people that fucking just reached out, That was nice. So,
yeah.
But, yeah. And I mean, Danny, if you don't want to call in, it's all good. But I was just saying, if you want to, we'll put you on so you can piss off RP. No, I'm just kidding around. Come on, man. Come on, I'm just kidding around.
Come on.
Come on, Narp. Darp. Because I am going to wrap it up soon. You know what I mean? I wasn't planning on doing an all-nighter. Because I might come on tomorrow night, too, if I possibly
It was
could.
nice to have you on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was nice to come on. I'm surprised everybody called. I'm surprised the alert even went out. I don't know. It's been the channel's been like the alerts haven't worked in fucking so long. It's, you know what I mean? It's weird shit.
Yeah, fuck Drew.
Shadow ban for everything. Fuck Drew. Wait, you know what? Drew was in the chat last time I was on.
Yeah, he's on right now. Piece of
What
shit.
is that? Oh, Danny.
He's calling?
Danny, you calling my private Skype, dude. See, this is the thing that happened a couple of times ago. Me and Danny got into like the little fight that we got into, and I was like, Danny, you called my personal Skype like 5 times, and he's like, no, this was after you told me about that, and I stopped calling you private Skype, and he just called my private Skype again. Danny, it's the foul mouth Skype. It's the foul mouth Skype, Danny. Dave, can you get him in here or no?
I'm on it, boss.
Wait, what? You're on a bus?
I'm on it, boss.
Oh, I thought you said I'm on a bus. I was like, what?
You as a New Yorker.
Dave, can you put him on? I'm on a bus. Sorry.
On a bus.
I'm on a bus.
I'm on a bus. Yeah.
But But
Danny. But there it is. Okay, Danny's calling in. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
You got him?
Pork.
Yes.
Yo, the
That's
trailer
my bad,
pork.
dude.
Yo, trailer pork.
It's the Trailer Pork Boys.
Trailer
Where it's kind of like Trailer Pork Boys, but it's where it's kind of like Trailer Pork Boys, but Trailer Pork Boys, like Trailer Pork Boys, but
Also, Ken, he says poise, not boys.
The trailer pork boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny M. Teasy off the heezy for sheezy.
Yo, what it do? Long time.
What's up,
Shit.
man?
What's going on, Dave? What's going on, Sodelman from Lord of the Rings there, Schleppy?
Trailer pork boy.
Bird.
So, Mr. MT?
Trailer pork.
They're chilling.
Pork,
I was actually
pork.
just, I was fucking sleeping, man. I ate a bunch of great food and watched the UFC, and then I passed out. I was planning on taking a little nappy, but I just woke up a couple minutes ago.
Pork.
Oh, we're up, man. We're up, bro.
Pork. Do you like pork, Danny?
I like pulled pork.
Do you like pulled pork with a little barbecue sauce with the pulled pork? Do you like when a girl goes like this?
Love it. Hey, speaking of girls, Ken.
What about a dude?
How do you know women belong in the kitchen?
How?
Because God put eggs and milk in the bitch for a reason.
Oh. What the fuck?
Oh.
I fucked myself.
I
fucked myself.
Why is the wedding dress white?
Why?
Why? To match the appliances.
You fucking goon.
Oh, man.
Oh shit! Wait, this is one of my favorite clips from Dave Rose right here. Listen.
He said 2 times don't talk to him.
Dave.
What? What did I? Hold on. Is that slowed down?
He said 2 times don't talk to him.
What am I even saying there?
You're saying he said 2 times don't talk to him. Yo, when they kept calling you that night, and he got under your skin so bad, and like you don't hear Dave lose it ever really much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this night he definitely lost it because he was like he started.
It was Christmas Eve, man.
And dude, they were playing dumb too because YR was like, "What?" And you were like, "He said 2 times don't talk to him," and I fucking was dying listening to that. And I was like, I have to fucking record that. Hey, just admit I definitely am. And there's no doubt about it. I definitely am the king of all clips. Yes or wrong? Come on.
You are the king
Come
of
on.
clips. You are the
Right?
king of clips. Because again, you've got a good ear, and like you pick out even like the most inane things, and you can do a song parody that's funny, and you can use that like you did with the butt thing. But like, yeah, you've got a good ear for those. Like again, you could take a whole clip, or you could hear for that one part where it's like, yeah, this is the clip. And you've done that multiple times.
I love doing that shit. I love the clips. If there's one thing I am the clip king.
King of clips.
Because I did
You are
go.
definitely the clip king, and
Yeah.
you are definitely the most funniest person in the community.
Dude, we die laughing. I
Well-
die laughing with a lot of people. Not a lot of people, but like there's like about like there's a good amount of people that I actually like really just die laughing with because like we'll do stupid shit and it won't even be like the most like well thought funny thing. It'll be like building off of like throwing, one person says one thing, then the next person says this, then the next person raised the bar here, then the next person raises the bar there, and like we keep doing it. And, like there's only a handful of people really that I do that with. Danny's definitely one of them and Dave is too, to a certain extent.
Well, you got the clip of me saying that and it's right, that you made me laugh harder than anyone in the community. So.
Yeah, well, it's so fucking funny because I die laughing hard with a couple of people, man. I love doing that where, you just keep building one off of the, it's like.
Yeah, when you end up crying because the laughter is
I needed
hard,
that. Dude,
that's a good night.
I got news for you.
I've had those with kids.
I need laughter like that. I do. But like tonight, I wasn't sure if I was coming on or not. But I gotta do a stream where I drink and unwind very soon. I need one of those so bad because I have not had the time to just chill in the longest fucking time because of all this shit. And I really still don't have the time yet. So when I can sneak it in here and there, I got to because. I need to like unwind every once in a while. You heard that saying, like too much work, something like I forget how that saying goes.
Yeah, was it?
It's something like.
Oh fuck! Now I'm fucking losing it.
Yeah, it's something like I don't know, something like too much work and not enough play or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget how it goes.
I'm glad you said that. Because you really do deserve it, and there's been I don't know, man. A lot of shit has been popping up in my head lately. That I'm like, I want to send it to Ken, like videos. I'll start sending you stuff. I'm like, I don't know if he'll really be, like.
Yeah. Well, dude, no, listen to me,
dude.
Dude, listen to me. Please, I encourage every and anybody to send me any clips at all from people around the community or just clips that are out there. Send them to me because I do use a lot of shit that people send me and some shit I don't. But, and there's no guarantee that I'll use it. But most of the shit that people send me, I do bring onto the show. There's no doubt about it. Like a ton of, like if it amuses me and makes me laugh right off the bat, I'm definitely putting it on the stream. You know that. Like, so, and there's a possibility I'll put everything on that you send me. And I do mostly do that with people. Like,
yeah, like
What's his name?
I'm literally talking about mostly me doing shit and sending it to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you sent me clips of your own, like I'll use those shits. Like sometimes I use them, and I don't care if somebody else made the clip or it's something else that somebody uses on their stream. If you sent it to me and I think it's funny, I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean? And
I do the same.
And maybe use it.
Right on.
Yeah. And I've always done that because, like, Will Tactics sent me a ton of great shit. Blake over the years has sent me great fucking shit. And then there's a ton of other people like, Sith, Negan sends me a ton of great shit. There's a couple of people that send me stuff on Twitter, and then there's shit that I miss that I'm like, damn, I wish I would have seen this before I did this stream or, so I miss a ton of shit. So you got to make sure if you do send it to me, Twitter is really not a great place for me because I don't really go on Twitter all the time anymore. And I didn't at first. I never went on Twitter a lot to begin with, but I'm really never on there now. But I do try to check my messages on there. That's about it. But I don't stroll and go through Twitter. Like I don't, I really don't do that as much as I used to, which wasn't a lot to begin with. But I don't know. I just fell out of doing it. Really, I don't know.
Me too. I really don't even know why I have a Twitter. It's just an app taking up space.
Well, I only really have it just to stay in contact with certain people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Other than that, I wouldn't even have it, to tell you the truth. If there was another way to contact those people, I would just get rid of Twitter. But if I get rid of Twitter, then I shut myself off to all these fucking people that I consider friends. And it's like, that's the only way I speak with them. So I got to keep Twitter. And if it means just, checking my messages to make sure to see if people hit me up, then that's so be it. Because I don't really look through, sometimes I'll retweet shit and look through it, but it's once in a blue moon. And I did the same thing with Facebook. Dude, I used to be on Facebook all the time when I first started going on there. I would post like all these photos of my kids and memories and all this shit. And I just stopped at a certain point. I don't know why. And now, since my mom died, I haven't been on it once. And I don't think I'll ever go on it again, to be honest, because I don't even want to look at the memories at this point because I just not over the whole thing with my mother. And I'm like, I don't even want to see that shit. You know how it reminds you of things? Like, I just don't even want to see it. Yeah. I don't want to deal with it at this point. Maybe one day
That's
later,
understandable.
you know, maybe at a later date, I'll go back on it. But as of right now, I'm like, I don't even want to deal with that shit, Facebook, you know?
Yeah, the only reason I have Facebook is to keep a track of family. That's it.
Yeah, like I have my.
I don't really use it.
Dude, it's so funny. My uncle's on there fucking like doing like a podcast, and he's like fucking 80. It's so funny. He's like doing a podcast on Facebook for the family. I'm like, this is fucking funny. You know, everybody's doing fucking some type of shit with a microphone in front of them now.
You know what? I find it fucking endearing and cute that old people are somehow able to use this.
Yeah, they're like
technology and like do streams and have fun with it.
Well, Dave, I'll tell you, my uncle is so old.
This shit that look when they were born and shit, and when they were like 5-10 years old, the computing technology we got now was unimaginable for them. It was written in.
But
comic
Dave, they don't know how to operate things that great because like my uncle comes on, he's like 80 fucking 90 years old, and he comes on, he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just cleaning my gun live on the stream here. I'm just gonna clean my gun live." And I'm like, "Oh, that's great. He's cleaning his gun live on stream right now. I hope nothing happens to him." And next thing you hear is, "Oh, Jesus Christ, I just opened up my leg. I opened up a major artery on my leg." And you're like, "Oh, great, call up the ambulance in Florida." Uncle Jim just went
I like shit like that because a lot of them have good stories.
Yeah, no, my uncle's funny. He actually wrote 2 books, this guy, at one point. One of them was about the mafia, which was great. And he put my uncle into it, and my grandfather were in the book, and all this shit. So he's like... he's a character, you know what I mean? So I could see why he's doing something on Facebook. But it was just so funny to like see my uncle on there, like looking into the camera with a microphone in front of him. He's like, "I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna try to do it." And I'm like, "Oh God, everybody's fucking doing this shit now. Christ Almighty." I'm gonna get my father to do a fucking stream with me soon. Once I get that studio.
I bet you your dad has a lot of stories.
Dude, once I get that studio up and running, I'm going to get my father on these streams once in a while, and I'm going to be like, "Dad, tell the story when you knocked out that fucking cop. Dad, tell the story when you hit that guy with the fucking, that fucking car jack. Dad, tell the story."
I sent you a message on this on one of your videos. I would love to hear him recount with you there, because you were saying this while you were explaining it. It's like, "No, Dad, you're wrong. The kidnapping, the fucking kidnapping."
Oh, dude.
Oh, there's a different time. It's a different time.
Can I tell you, that's funny you saying that right now, because I told him that over corned beef and cabbage dinner. I told him, "Dad, I went and told about the time you kidnapped that kid," and he was like, "Oh, Jesus." He still, to this day, is like, "It wasn't kidnapping." I'm like, "No, Dad, that was federal kidnapping. I don't know how you didn't get arrested and get hauled to jail. I mean, but the year was 1984, so maybe that has something to do with it, but, you know."
It's so good that I would love to hear you and your dad talk about that.
Yeah, he was a nutbag,
I
dude.
know he would be like, "No, son, it was a different time." It was
Dude,
perfectly-"
they sent his ass
Dad,
back.
No, it says right here in these laws that I've got in front of you,
Dude,
that this was illegal.
They sent his ass back from Vietnam with no help, no nothing. They just sent him home and said, "Hey, you're home. You're no longer a soldier." And he was like, "What?" Like, he was just... he didn't know what to do, and he was fucked up. He had all this shit wrong with him that they didn't even bother to help him with. You know what I mean? And
That's
over
crazy.
those those years, he had to figure out.
Again, they knew about the damage that Agent Orange
Oh,
caused.
dude, you're damn
but
right
they
they knew.
tried to fucking cut everyone
They
off.
did, and now
And
all these guys,
eventually,
dude,
all these people were able to sue.
These fucking these hospitals, these VA hospitals are full of Vietnam guys right now that are all fucking being like just fucked up from Agent Orange and shit. Like they're having limbs fall off their bodies and fucking they're all fucked up. All the Vietnam vets are all fucked up right now. They're all just being hacked apart and dying.
They knew what they were doing. That's the thing. They knew that.
Dude, my father told me,
just like with fucking Iraq,
listen to this. My father told me you can go up to the side of the boat when he was on it and take your finger and run it along the side of the boat. and you would have this fucking this like this you know, like this. You could feel it in your fingertips, like this, like a residue. And he said that it would like almost glow, the color of it. And they all asked each other, like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, it's got to be the chemicals that they're dumping on these motherfuckers. Got to be the chemicals. And it was, you know?
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So, and they knew it too, man. They knew what they were doing. So
they did the same thing in fucking Iraq, where they were in the first Iraq war. They used it. They used, well, in the second one as well, but they used depleted uranium shells and, well, ammunition. You've got the main bullet, which is made of depleted uranium, so it's extremely dense. So even from a machine gun, an M4 or an M16, this thing will pierce armor, specifically, you know, buildings, tanks, vehicles, whatever. The problem is that every time it's shot, it exposes like a dust of uranium. So all these people that fought in those wars basically got uranium poisoning, as well as the people that they were shooting at. The number of cancers that increased after the first and second Iraq war were incredible, because even the tank shells were using depleted uranium. It was, and they knew what they were doing. They knew how effective
they didn't give a fuck,
this
bro.
was, not just on the enemy, but on their own people. And what do they call that? Acceptable losses. So the same with your dad. Well, okay, he'll be exposed to it, but acceptable losses.
Friendly fire.
This is how the military views its membership when pushing these globalist wars, is that they are fucking meat for the grinder.
Yeah, it's friendly fire. Come on. They didn't mean it. They didn't mean it.
And they knew it. That's the thing.
Don't worry, all your limbs will be off your body by the time you're 70. But we didn't mean it. Don't worry about it.
That's sad though. Like,
we're sorry
doing
about
all
that.
this shit
you
to
know?
people that are really
and
to
where are
protect
these
the
people?
country.
Sorry, what was that, Shelby?
That's the thanks you get.
Like sad, like they're willing to do all this shit to people.
Yeah,
like, for
that's
people
the
that
thanks
are,
you
like,
get,
really to
bro.
protect their
And where are the charges of war crimes for them? Where, you know?
Oh, where did we
charges of war
found?
crimes?
Yeah. That's the thanks you motherfucking get. You know? But the World War II guys got fucking, they basically got houses to come home to and brand new everything and fucking, you know? The Vietnam guys were treated the worst out of all of our soldiers, man. They were treated the worst, absolute worst. But that's the story for another day, because I am going to bring my father on and talk about all that shit, and, you know, and that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Awesome.
Yeah. We'll see what he has to say.
How old's your dad right now?
He's 73, I think, now.
No. There's a certain Canadian out there who's quite psycho, who thought he was 93. So the
Yeah,
difference
dude,
is
I
like
heard that. And I was
28
like,
years.
I
or
was like,
something.
what
I don't
the
know.
fuck, bro? I heard somebody go. I heard this person go. So I heard a rumor that his father was 95 years old. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
What?
My father fought in the fucking Second World War. Then, all right, he wouldn't be a Vietnam vet. He'd be a fucking World War II vet, for Christ's sake. If he was 95 years old. No, he was like 3 years older than my mother, or 2 years older than my mother.
So your mom was young then.
Yeah, my mom was 71.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's too young to me, man. You know, it's just, but you know what? There was other people out there that they didn't even get to meet their mothers. There's other people out there that, you know, never fucking, you know, their mother lasted maybe 10 years in their life. You know, so I'm just grateful that I got the time that I got with my mom. And
there's
I'm pissed.
other people.
I'm
You know,
pissed.
there's other people like certain Canadians whose mothers have totally shunned them and don't want anything to do with them.
I'll tell you what,
So-
I'm pissed that I can't, like, that she died, but I'm also grateful for the time I got. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, there's nothing I can do.
That's the
so.
way I would see it, is that
Yeah.
my mother wouldn't want me to be sad about her passing, because, you know, it's inevitable. But to pay tribute to that person by remembering the good memories and even the bad, like Ken was talking about, is a testament to that person. Is that, again, if nobody forgets this person, they're not really gone, are they?
Yeah, exactly. That's the way you keep them alive, man. You know,
Well,
in my at least the way I feel about it. But
I really got to say, Ken, like, these, well, really this past year, 2021 up until now, a lot of stuff had gone on with my mom. You know, she beat cancer, thankfully. She had breast cancer. I didn't tell nobody about it.
Shit.
But she beat it. She had skin cancer before 2 years ago. She beat that. And then she had this knee surgery and all this shit. And I've really spent a lot of time with her this past year, and especially for a while now here, because she needed help, like going to her physical therapy and all that stuff. And she's only like 4 years younger than your mom. And so it makes me think like, wow, you know, we are getting to that age and they're getting to that age. And I really try to appreciate more and more, you know.
Yeah, let me tell you, bro, like
she's around.
Like you can brace yourself for it because we all are supposed to bury our parents. We all are supposed to, right? In a perfect scenario, you're burying your parents. All right? So, but you just can't, like, even with a sick person, and it's like a slow process, months and months, or maybe even years. It's like you would think, oh, but they were sick for the longest time, so obviously, blah, blah, blah. No, it's still a loss that you can't really describe to people unless they had it happen to them. And once it happens to you, like, wow, okay, so I do know what they mean now, because you know what? It is a feeling like I've never felt, because my mother was like one of my best friends. I told her everything. Like, she was my rock. She was my,
same here.
Like, she was the one that fought for me. She was, my mom, she was like, everything to me. So once you experience that in life, it's like, and the fucked up thing is, that's why I come to the conclusion, you like I always say, a lot of people say, remember the good times. Well, unfortunately, that's not the only memories you have, because you have bad memories too with your family, bad moments in your life, right? You can't forget those. You can't just remember the good. You can't. It's not fair. It's not right. The bad is what keeps you on the right track and keeps you taking care of your responsibilities and taking care of what you have to take care of, because you know how bad things can get out of nowhere. So don't forget the past. Don't forget the bad, right? You got to remember those too. And you know what? Bad times come with good times, man. And I never understood what that meant, but I do now, because there's always been these good moments in my life that I remember, like, oh man, I remember that year. That was such a good time for me. I just met you and we started doing this and we moved here, or we did that. And then, oh yeah, but that's when my, so-and-so died in my family that year. But you think back and you're like, oh, it was such a great time, but it really wasn't, because you lost somebody you loved. But these moments all mixing together, the good and the bad,
And
so
Ken,
live through them is the bottom line.
How can you know the good times if you don't know the bad times?
Exactly, because if everything was just good, you wouldn't know anything
and even the bad times, though. The thing is, though, bad times are a test. Test
they
on
are.
your character.
They are.
And you can come out stronger and better from that. But I welcome that.
Yeah,
because if without that, how do we know what is even better?
Even if you get your ass kicked by some dude from Minnesota, you just fucking
fuck you up.
You gotta just fucking keep, and just keep everything straight and narrow, no matter how many times that guy punches you or knocks you down. You just keep getting up, no matter how many times he pounds your fucking head, and you just.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, those slaps, bro. Those slaps are his cock being slapped in the background.
Yeah,
Listen.
It's literally opportunities. That's what it is.
That's just like a loose.
Look,
that's loose.
Let me tell you this, bro. When Minnesota Vikings and his cousin would add that other cousin in, and the three of them would be together, I swear to God, it was. Yeah, but listen, it was our community's version of the Three Stooges, bro. Like, it was literally our version of it, and you heard just slapping and walking, and like.
Good point, actually. So Vikings would be Mo.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, he'd be like, I'm gonna fuck you up, damn. And they'd be running around smashing into fucking ladders. Paint would be falling on them, and falling down and fucking crazy shit. But yeah,
Bullfrog
so
would be a great addition in that.
but imagine throwing
I can see him
Bullfrog
as,
into the mix. Yo, Bullfrog fell in love and never called anybody ever again.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. You were talking about that.
Because this guy hits me up like a day after my mom passes, right? And he knows I'm down and out, ready to fucking just kill myself. And what does he do? He hits me up and he's like, Ken, I'm having the best day of my life. I just fell in love, Ken. I met someone and I'm having the best time ever. How are you doing, by the way? And I'm like, dude, you do realize what happened to me like 48 hours ago, right? And he's like, yeah, I do remember that, but Ken, I'm in love. What do you think? And I'm like, I hope you die. But I haven't heard from him since, so maybe maybe he really met somebody and he's just, they're eating those fucking freezer dried pizzas somewhere together.
Come on,
I don't fucking know.
let's be honest. It's probably a sex doll. He saved enough money to fucking.
Ken,
buy
I
one.
met somebody and she's full of gas. Listen, whenever I put it in her ass, she makes noises like I'm deflating her. Ken, listen. Ken, it's like I'm holding two sides of the balloon open, and I put my fingers in her pussy and I hold it open like a balloon, and this is what happens. Ken, I held her pussy open, and that's what happened. Ken.
Ken. You there, Ken?
But anyway,
Hello,
I think I'm gonna go to sleep in a little bit, dude. Imagine waking up to that in the morning, right? Like you're sleeping in your bed, right? And like 5:30, the alarm's gonna go off, and you hear this. You're like.
That's a good alarm.
Could you imagine that? You hire fucking you're so rich, you hire fucking Alex Jones to stand over your bed, and as soon as it ticks 5 o'clock on the fucking, he just starts screaming in your face. He just starts going to town in your face, and you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, I'm up. I'm fucking up. You can stop screaming, bro.
Have you ever seen that clip of the two Australian people, the old people, and the old guys explaining how a loose dog came up and was about to attack his mom?
No.
Or his wife. It's like, it just came right over, and then it just was like...
The dog came over and it just started going.
He's super calm when he's talking to the reporter. He's like, we're just out here walking, yeah.
We were just out here
I'm
walking.
with my wife.
Yo.
And this dog's off a leash, and then it just comes right
he's
over,
all calm.
and
Yo,
it
he's
just starts
he's calm the entire interview, right? And then out of nowhere, he's like, and we were walking together, and out of nowhere, this little pit bull, I seen him down the block there. This little pit bull, he spots us, right? And I see him looking at us, right, from down there. And all of a sudden, he starts fucking running towards us. And he's coming. My wife looks at me and says, oh, shit. And I look at her, I'm like, we got nowhere to run. And next thing you know, he's right up on us. But yeah, that's usually how it happens. I saw a kid, a 7-year-old kid get mauled by a pit bull once.
Oh, shit.
This dog bit this girl's face right here, right on her cheek area, and started going like this with her head, like swinging her back and forth. I'll never forget it. This girl's body was like a Cabbage Patch doll. It was just... It was fucked up, dude.
That's horrible.
Dude, it was so bad, bro. It was horrible, man. And you know what happened 2 days later to this dog? It fucking supposedly had like a leash on it, but it lived in this kennel area in this guy's yard. And supposedly somehow it climbed a 7 fucking foot fence and hung itself on the other side, like jumped over the fence with its leash on and hung itself. And I'm like, Dad, come
Good.
on. I'm like, Dad, you think
Fuck
that
that
dog
dog.
really walked up a 7-foot fence and hung itself? And my father looked at me and was like, there's no way that dog committed suicide, Ken, trust me. And I was like, wow, man. It's fucked up. There's no way that dog went, you know, I feel really bad for biting that girl in the face. I'm going to jump this fence and end it. No, somebody came out there and said, oh, you want to bite my fucking kid? Motherfucker, I'll throw you right over the fence now, you piece of shit. But, yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Good.
Yeah, sometimes you got to kill the beast, you know what I mean? Because if these aggressive
Pit bulls
cocksuckers...
should be fucking banned entirely.
I don't like any dog. I don't care what... but dude,
inbred.
But listen,
they're
I don't
fucking-
care what nationality the dog is, okay? I don't care whatever the fuck it is. As long as it's nice to humans and nice to other dogs, I don't have a problem with it. The minute a dog shows aggression towards humans, it's a scumbag. It's from the devil.
It's in their genetics. The problem is these dogs have been overbred. So their genetics make them susceptible to this shit. So certain dogs, unless they can be cleaned up genetically, you got to ban them. Because they've got this susceptibility to attack little kids.
Let me tell you.
Or fucking people.
No, they do.
And their
Pit
faces
bulls.
off.
Pit bulls do attack a lot of people. Yo, you know what I saw today, dude? I was flipping through the channel, right? And I'm watching, all of a sudden it's Animal Planet, right? And I see like all these zebras, and there's like 75 of these zebras going through this like little lake area, right? And they're running through there. And all of a sudden I see this one zebra just walking around and the camera's on it. And the guy's going, this zebra wandered off from the fray and it's on the side. And all of a sudden I see an alligator come out and grab this thing by the snout. You know how long a zebra's snout is, right? And it chops the fucking entire snout off this fucking zebra's face. And all of a sudden, the zebra comes walking out of the water with no snout, with just muscle and blood and bone where his snout used to be. And it's still sitting there like this, walking around like, duh, without a fucking muzzle. I'm like, oh my Christ almighty. What the fuck? This whole fucking dude, I was like, why are they showing this? Like this alligator just bit the entire fucking muzzle of this fucking poor zebra off, bro. It reminded me of Chris Rock. But because he used to play the zebra and forget it. But anyway,
Yo, I saw, I don't know why my Twitter showed it to me, but I wish I didn't see it. There was this video of some woman who was by some sort of press, some sort of like mechanical, press where it just like makes things.
Oh, Christ.
And she puts her arm into the press,
Oh,
and this thing comes down on it.
Oh.
And then it like releases. She pulls her arm out, and it's like
flat,
disjointed at fucking every point, and it's just like this raggedy fucking object.
Oh,
I've seen that one, Dave, and they're talking about it's like her right arm, and the
Yes,
press comes
yes,
down and
the
comes
right
out, and it's
Oh,
like flat. It looks like a
dude,
rubber arm.
no, that's so bad, bro. Oh.
I mean, no, I wish I'd never seen that. I wish I'd never seen that because
Dude,
it was just fucking.
Dave,
it was too much.
Dave, I saw this machine once. The guy plugged it in, right? And as soon as he plugged it in, it said,
I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
it was a coffee machine. Coffee.
Oh, wow.
It was the coffee-nator.
Very
It was
aggressive
The
coffee machine.
coffee-nator. But wait, there was something I wanted to show you before I bounce out of here. Where is that fucking thing? Shit, I don't have that video. Damn it, I wanted to show you this thing that my friend sent me, but I can't find it. I'll send it to you once I find it.
All right.
But yeah, anyway. What's tomorrow? Sunday?
Good show. Yeah,
Yes,
tomorrow's
sir.
Sun- well, today is Sunday.
And it's real deep in there.
But
Dave.
And it's real deep in there.
Yeah.
You caught him. You caught again. I just say shit, and it, people clip it.
Hey,
Well,
I'm
they're
always
good.
listening. Trust me. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna listen. I'll always listen, bub. You know what I mean, bub? Yo, you know what I'm saying, bub?
Stop making fun of me.
Stop making fun of Bob. Yo. Stop making fun of Bob.
Trailer Park
Yo, the
Boys.
best thing in the world is that his grandfather, right, was totally just fucking so racist, just hated people of any other color but him, right? Meanwhile, now the mother's dating a black guy. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, I hope my friend Darren, is his mom's doing good because I think she's in the hospital. God bless. I hope she's doing good. That's all I gotta say. What is this now? Somebody sent to me. What is this? What is this?
I'm gonna fuck you up!
Yeah, I know about that already, dude. I played it 100 times already, you sick fuck. I'm gonna fuck you up! Imagine he was half chicken. I'm gonna fuck you. He's trying to fly and he's going, I'm gonna fuck you up. Fuck you up. Yo, so when Tommy fucking said what he said on Dave's show, I lost my ever-living fucking mind. Now, let me tell you, I'm in the middle of like family being here for a week that came in from Florida and California for my mom's funeral and everything. And they stayed at my parents' house, which was like basically empty. So we had like all different families there from all over. And I didn't really have a lot of time to listen to shit. But when I did, like when I would go outside for a cigarette or I go outside and drink a beer and smoke a cigarette, I would pop on YouTube and see who was on or see whose show I didn't see yet, the replay of it or whatever it is. And I would go and I would listen to it, right? So this day, I'm out there and I'm smoking a quick cigarette and I pop on Dave's stream and right away I fast forward a little and I get right to the moment where I hear, oh, we got a phone call. And out of nowhere, it's fucking Tommy NC 2010 out of nowhere on Dave's show, right? Who doesn't really call in that much? And he calls in with his new jacket on, right? Wow, how did that happen? And he calls in with his new jacket on and everything, right? And he gets in there, and the first words he says is, he talks about, Dave, did you see this new show I seen? It's a Canadian show. And he's like, and then all of a sudden he's like, it's kind of like the trailer.
It's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but
It's kind of, and he says that, okay? He says that. And when he says that, I lost my fucking mind and spit my beer out all over the place, bro. And the beer went through my nostrils type of thing. You know when you do that? And it burnt my nostrils so bad, and I started fucking losing it, where I was wiping my nose, and I was dying laughing, going, the Trailer Park Boys. And I fucking just kept thinking about it. And I was like, oh, man, I had to record that shit because that is a major fuck up right there, and I loved it, and I just lost my shit to it. So of course I had to record that shit, bro. You know,
where it's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, but it's
how do you debaucherize the Trailer Park Boys? It's kind of like the Trailer Park Boys. Fucking psycho, but I love him. Tommy was a very good guy, just like all you guys, Dave, Schleppy, fucking Danny, all you guys, and there's a ton of other people out there that I didn't mention yet, but I will on my next stream on Patreon. And as far as coming back on here, I don't know when I'll be on next. Just like the time after I did the first stream since I came back like 12 days ago or something, and I wasn't sure when I'd be able to do my next stream, and I told everybody, hey, I don't know when I'm going to do the next one, and I didn't know when I was going to do this one, so I was lucky enough that I was able to do this tonight, you know. But I got to be up at fucking tomorrow's my first day off. Like my work week is I have off Saturday and Sunday now. No, I have off Sunday and Monday now. So I got fucked that every Sunday and Monday I got to bring my father to all these doctor's appointments and do all this shit with him. So tomorrow I got to wake up at 10 o'clock anyway and bring him to a doctor's appointment. And then Monday, I got to wake up at 7 o'clock and bring him to a doctor's appointment. So I'm like, fuck, man. I never have time to even chill on the weekends yet. So by the time I get this studio up and running and we all move in together, I don't have to keep doing this two-house fucking thing. Then I'll be able to fucking just relax and hopefully just, you know, be able to chill out for a little. Because I'm going to need a fucking vacation after this shit. Tell you that right now. I wasted all my time. Well, I didn't waste my time, but I used up all my time when my mom passed because I had a ton of shit to do. I had to plan a funeral. I had to take my father all over the place. I had to do this. I had to do that. It was a ton of shit. And I used all my time. So now I'm stuck where I got to go to work every fucking week. I can't miss no time. I can't take vacation, not for like months. So I'm like putting my head down in the grind right now, man. So like just, you know, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, damn, man, I'm doing all this work with no play at all. And I need some play. Trust me. I can't keep going without some fucking leisure time, dude. Like, I need that shit. You know?
Yep. They'll come.
Well, tonight was a little bit of it. I mean, I wanted to drink and shit, but I couldn't tonight because I got to be up early. But hopefully I'll be able to drink like next weekend or the weekend after. Oh, no, next weekend is me and Shannon's anniversary. Fuck. Ooh. So I might not be around next weekend. Or I might. I don't know.
We're good.
I don't know. But we'll see. But, yo, thank you guys for coming on tonight. I'm going to fucking bail out. And
thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, I might be on tomorrow if you guys are around, like, tomorrow night again. I'm not sure. I might not. It's like 50-50. But,
Right on, man.
I might
thank you for letting us come on.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on, bro. I was trying to get you to come on earlier, but I guess you were sleeping.
Yeah,
you know?
Whenever I came in your chat and said, what's up, man, I maybe been up 5 minutes. Enough time to go take a piss and get a drink from the refrigerator. So
I hear that, man. I take that melatonin shit and I'm fucking done. Bro, that shit knocks me the fuck out. I love that shit. But anyway, Schleppy, yeah, you too, bro, for coming tonight, dude. Thank you. And Dave for calling in. Davey. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
I bet that you're doing good. Have a good night.
Later, bro. Yo, what'd you say, Schleppy?
I'm really glad you're doing good.
Yeah, you know, I got a lot of shit that I mean, I'm fucking stressed out and shit, but
that's understandable.
You know, it's nothing I can't handle so far. So,
nah, man,
you know,
it's life, and you got to go through all that shit.
I have my moments, man, where I'm just like,
man.
you know, I do, like, I'm not Mr. Positive all the time, I'll tell you that, because I do get in moods every once in a while, but not as much as I thought I would be, you know? But I don't know, man.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, set an example for my kids, and because they're here to help me and shit, and they're seeing me, like, deal with my mom's death and shit, and I just want to set a good example like my father did for me when I was a kid. His father died when I was 9, and I remember seeing my father, like, lose his father and how fucking much it, like, ripped him apart, but I saw, like, how he stayed brave, so I'm just trying to do the same thing, you know?
That's one thing with my father. I never seen him cry until his dad passed away.
Yeah, that's like the same thing with my father. I never seen that dude cry, never. And then when his father died, I saw him just lose his shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Schleppy. I'll talk to you, brother.
I can.
All right, peace, bro.
Good hearing from you.
Right,
You too, brother. Danny,
Danny.
peace, bro. Danny MT.
Later, dude.
Later, guys. So anyway, yeah, so that's the portion of Skype tonight. The great Tommy NC, Dave Rose, Schleppy, Birdman, Danny MT. Am I forgetting people? But shout out to all of them for coming on. And all you guys hanging out tonight. Yeah, I might be back tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But shout out to all you guys in the chat. Abel Solace, everybody in there. See Drew. What's up, Drew? Good to see all you guys, man. I missed a lot of you guys, man. Some of you guys I spoke to. Shout out to Minnesota Silver Roll in the chat. Jacob RP. I got no hate for Jacob. No hate for nobody, man. I have no beef with anybody. You know why? Like, if I had any beefs with anybody, I don't really give a fuck about it. Because the big scheme of life and the big scheme of things, I'm not taking YouTube beefs too serious in the big scheme of things. So, you know, That's basically what I mean. So I don't have no beef with anybody. Yeah, I know some people are ball busters and some people are bad news and this and that. And some people have had, some people have had arguments with me and, fights with me in the past and this and that. Well, I'm not stressing it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not thinking about it. I got bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? So, YouTube shit seemed very small to me when my mom died. That'll put shit into perspective. Like my YouTube beefs are the last thing on my mind. So. But anyway, yeah, I might be back tomorrow night. Other than that, man, shout out to the Foul Mouth chat. Thank you guys for being in there tonight and everything. Have a good Sunday. Tomorrow's Sunday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. Shout out to the Three Stooges, Minnesota Vikings. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo.
I had to go to Home Depot.
Matt, what's up, bro? Thanks, man. I tried to have a good time. Sometimes I want to come on here and just be in a shit mood. But whenever I get on here, I have fun. So and it turns into I could start out being shitty, but once I get on here and start having fun, it changes into something else for me, I can't be mad the whole time because I'm I get a chance to fucking talk about a couple of things, get some shit off my chest, all that good shit, which is a big help to me. Like I've said over the years, people have told me, Ken, you helped me out so much during this. Somebody hit me up on Patreon, right? And I don't want to give away what we discussed, but without using too much of what was said, they basically told me hey, dude, there was a time in my life where I lost somebody I love very dearly, and I would listen to your streams on Patreon and on YouTube. And he's like, you helped me smile and laugh in the worst moments of my life. And this was 3 or 4 years ago. So I was sitting there thinking about it and saying, wow, I helped that person and didn't even know about it just through my content alone. Didn't even realize it, right? And then here it was, the very same people that I've helped out in the past, not even knowing it, they were knowingly helping me out through one of the worst times in my life. That's why doing this shit sometimes sucks, because it's so one-sided. You don't get to see your effect on people. You don't know your effect on people. This guy never probably would have told me all that if my mom didn't die and I made it public. He probably wouldn't have said, hey, this, and that. And I wouldn't have even known about it. But see, that's the little things that keep me doing this, is those little things like that, because that matters to me. That means a lot to me that, that guy reached out to me because in his moment of fucking just needing just something to take his mind off of shit, it was this content on Foul Mounts, so that's the same thing with me. I've watched people in this community and people that are not in this community, YouTubers and shows and this and that help me get through, some of the times where I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking about horrible shit and down and out, and I pop this on and I start laughing, or I start reading this and I start being interested in something else besides sitting there and fucking moping, which we all need to do every once in a while, I could not make myself cry about my mother for some fucked up weird reason. When it first happened, yeah, I cried like I never cried in my life. But then a week later, I just couldn't cry. I don't know what the fuck it was. I was sad that she was gone still, but I just couldn't cry. It just wasn't in me no more. So I couldn't force it. So, it was just weird. I don't know, man. Just let my body be natural. I'm not trying to. And it was I couldn't cry anymore. My sister's sitting there crying. My wife's crying. You know, my cousin's crying, and they're all hugging each other and talking about my mother, and I'm like right there next to them, and I'm the only one in the room not crying. And they're like, "What's the matter with you? You're not emotional about this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am, but I just couldn't get myself to that point anymore. I guess it was out of me. You know, I don't know. It was weird. I felt shitty about it. I felt horrible about it, but I just couldn't muster up tears. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know if it's normal, if it's not. I've never experienced anything like that in my life, but we all gotta, you know, we all gotta go through it, right? So shit happens. What's that saying go? It goes, life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, because you never know when you're gonna go.
Never know when you're gonna go. Oh, fuck yeah. Never know, never know. Yo, Tommy, tell me about the pork. Yo, we in the for the fork, with a walk, get a fork. Yo, fuck it. Yo, I'm at the trailer park, boys say fuck it. Trailer pork with the pork and the boys. Yo, we get inside the trailer and we got the trailer pork with the trailer pork boys and the trailer pork girls. Yo, we got the trailer pork hoes. Sipping on toes. Yeah, but you watch how it grows. Tommy NC got the hose in the nose. And I pull a dollar at your nose. Watch out the trailer park boy grows. With the bacon. Yeah.
Where it's kind of like trailer park boys, but
bring home the bacon. Why Tommy wanna flip? Tommy take a dick when he's out in the park. Yo, with the night after dark, and I'm looking like a narc cause my curves front of spark. Yeah, to the purge. Yeah, cause my hair's full of shirk. And then I know that a schnurk with a cake and with a grate. Yeah,
where it's kind of like trailer park boys, but it's.
We got the trailer pork, pork. Yo, it's pure pork up in the trailer dork. Night when I stork. Yeah, got like a baby in a stork. But I'm in your window stork and a pork. Yeah, we got a trailer full of fucking pork. I put my dick in the pork with a smork. Yo, if you put it on the grill with a smoke, I got some trailer with a joke. Yeah, but look at my nose grow. It looks like a pork machine with the go. Yeah, put it in the bun, let's go. Yo, that's pork for the fork and it's pork. Hit me fork the spork. Looking like a dork. Take a dick. Eat a bag of bronies and flony shit. Dick.
Where it's kind of like trailer park boys, but it's
pork.
Where it's kind of like trailer boys, but it's
pork.
Where it's kind of like trailer park boys, but it's
Butts! And it's real deep in there.
Full-blown cock mode.
And nobody's really made me laugh as hard as Ken has in this community. That's just a fact.
Everybody.
See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to you guys. Have a great Sunday. Stay safe. God bless.
Watch this, Gil. He ain't mentioned nothing about no manip, because I know what's Gil. Because this is some bull jive.
He's gone.
Bub rock.
Who got the most tattoos?
What the fuck do you want? I'm gonna fuck you up!
He is a lying, two-faced, hypocritical sack of shit.
Holy shnikes.
Let's just have fun. I'm gonna end the fucking show.
Make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame. I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
Hi. Good night, everybody.
Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. And until they release the flight logs, you, the mainstream media, Hollywood, they're all pedophiles to me. Eat dick. Am I canceled yet.com?
You fucking goon. You fucking goon.
I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
How the turntables? How the tables turn?
Community for the community.
Oh shit, yo, you heard what he said.
Wait a minute.
You're done.
You get a gold star for that content. A gold star.
This is fucking Armageddon, boys.
Skip.
It's like 7 inches of just lawn.
That is true. You drunken twat! Shut up!
Shout out to Mellow Yellow and the Filthy Mouth Gamer. I don't know if he'll be back next weekend, because I won't be here probably. Me and Shannon's anniversary. I gotta take this bitch out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Gotta take this bitch out somewhere.
Because I'm gonna fuck your ass.
Because I'm gonna fuck her ass.
Because I'm gonna fuck your ass.
I'm gonna fuck your ass.
Because I'm gonna fuck your ass.
I'm gonna fuck your ass.
Because I'm gonna fuck your ass.
Yeah, I'ma fuck your ass, white boy.
Because I'm gonna fuck your ass.
I'ma take them butt cheeks, slam it through your mouth like butt cheeks. What you think this is, butt cheeks? Wanna just slam them butt cheeks? Yo, not butt cheeks. Yo, open up them butt cheeks. Yo,
I'm gonna fuck your ass.
Yo, open up them white piece of trash. I'ma bust that ass. Thinking real fast like Popeye chicken. Yo, what you hoping and whipping? Yo, like Johnny Holes and chicken. Yo, shout out to my man just Aaron. Yo, shout out to Deegan. What the fuck you think we wishing and bleeding and hoping and praying? Better in the back smoking. No doubt when I'm toking. Straight bops with but I'm hoping. Yeah, put on the gloves and we moping. Straight up just token. On this good fine shit. Fine rannery when I'm on that dick. Yeah, fuck that, but I ain't no faggot. I'm straight up gonna make it happen. Yo, don't make a fucking habit. Make a me grab it. Born when I'm avid. Yo, when I'm so fucking naked. Like Tommy NC with the bacon. Yeah, fuck that, put in quarters. In my rectum, damn orders. Yo, get on the phone at night. Make a motherfucker feel so right. Make her feel so great. Make her feel right. Make her fucking go for the all fucking night. I don't really care. Get the fuck up out of here and fix your fucking hear when I'm got my hearing. Yeah, but that's not your hearing. Solid gold, bitch. I'm the whole bitch. Wanna fucking see me just fold, bitch. Same text, hold them, you can hold them. Take my balls and fold them. Fuck that, roll them. I don't care when it's swollen. Fuck that when we hold it. Copped and swollen, yeah. When I polish off at the night, take a dick. Make it feel right. Wife take a big dick in the middle of the night. Make them all white, yeah. White privilege, right privilege. Yo, you can see me like privilege. Pump it, jump it. Say, nut. mumble rapper, say it, son. I can rap so good. Tell me in my own hood. Bone thugs and harmony, strong with me.
Hi, good night, everybody.
Like Fetterman, talking backwoods again. I'm smoking that goods again. Smoking that goods again. Backwards again. Like Fetterman when I'm talking I'm friends. Pick him up and fuck him again. And A-phone, pray phone, spray phone when I came home. Yeah, back that when I lay home. Get dome when I and straight in the truck when I spray gone. Yo, spray chrome when I pay phone. Get the pay phone, fuck for the say so. Yeah, say block with the say so. Yo, put on my shades, say so, lay low. Bitches don't know, say low. Get your lips, say low. Look at those motherfucking lips sway low. On the whole bitch getting no day low. Dirty on the mo with the Chelo, Chino. Fuck that with the Brino, Burrito. Eat a motherfucking burrito. In the middle of the night, make a dick go tight. Make a dick in a bitch where make a dyke wanna eat a dick right. Yo, so fuck with him, fuck with a night. Call me NC when I'm coming on 3. Coming on 3 when I'm coming on screen. Fuck that Jimmy Kimball, suck a big dick. Red shit, and I'm like lit. Look at Dave Rose and he smiling shit. Shout out to my mother in heaven and shit. Drop that devilish shit, devilish kid, been rapping since I'm 2 kid. Yeah, but you can't do kid, because I'm from the area where I'm fucking new kid, Queensbridge. Yeah, fuck that when I'm in a muskrat. Live 10 miles, rap, then a bus back. Yeah, fuck that, then I'm gonna bust back. Bring my fucking scrap, and you know where I'm at that. Yeah, drive around like I rat-a-tat-tat when I'm brown with the pat. Yeah, fuck that, when I don't fuck my cats like Google and the Gaga. Yeah, fuck that, leave you looking like Gaga. Yeah, fuck your own cats and your flocka. Then you drunk off the motherfucking waka. Waka, 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 waka. Taking coke by the chopper, taka. Real,
And it's real deep in there.
like a motherfucking smoker, bub on the whole bed. Who got the more tattoos, flat too, mad too.